Super Bowl Sunday, and I've flown across the country to watch the game with Norm MacDonald.
I heard everyone hates that Ben Affleck is Batman.
Yeah, but they haven't seen the movie yet.
What's the movie?
Batman.
Norm is one of the funniest people on earth, and maybe the most original.
To a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, right?
You are correct.
From his first TV appearance on Letterman,
You don't look at Deadpan 0. I'm not kidding you there.
his Saturday Night Live, his movies, and even most recently playing Colonel Sanders on Kentucky Fried Chicken commercials.
It's finger licking good.
He twists comedy in ways that don't seem possible.
But one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie. Yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did.
It's crazy.
They showed me.
Come and sit. The football game is about to begin.
I show up during the pregame. Some celebrities crave attention or surround themselves with handlers. Not Norm. He's just a guy in an easy chair chomping down tomato sandwiches as fast as his mom can pump them out.
Do you want to sit down with us or no?
And in foreign news today, there's this.
You know, my favorite update joke was, yippee! Jerry Rubin died today. I'm sorry, that should read, yippee Jerry Rubin.
That's a good one. I like that. I remember that one.
Rumor was he was going to be replaced as a KFC pitchman on this day. It's true.
Colonel pretending to be me.
Norm jokes about how on the set that day, no one would tell him the truth.
But also, beyond that, wouldn't they think you'd go back if they were not telling you the truth, right?
Yeah, I don't know what they thought. It was all strange, but...
Not that he cared much.
All right, here we go.
Norm has developed a habit for tweeting throughout sports events. He's also a veteran handicapper.
The proper bet is Denver.
Denver, okay. You wrote Deaver.
So it's worth noting, Norm has had some problems with gambling in the past, but he knows how to pick a game. The problem comes when he starts picking every game.
Well, I remember when I was hosting Saturday Night Live, I had every hockey under. There's like 14 games. When they say, oh, just gamble what you can afford, well, then there's no gamble to it. You know what I mean? What's the gamble?
Yeah.
We talk football, then we move to Russian literature, a genuine passion of his.
But Gogol was an ultra-realist.
Fact is, Norm can have a conversation about almost anything.
Put a knife in and twist it around your brain. So were the Yoko songs those experimental weird things? Now we're at a point where there's 1,011,030 guys. God damn, there's the interception.
We talk about his career, but it's not to boast. Norm rarely boasts.
It was so hard because I had to act in it, you know what I mean? And I can't act, so that was...
Norm is not just good, he's the best.
I didn't steal them. I paid $1.50 for these.
He's unlike virtually anyone I've ever heard tell a joke. He tells winding stories that seem to die. Then he keeps going and they spring to life, like a 13-minute John Coltrane solo.
And then this hellish facade once
How long a drive was this?
We head over to his other condo to watch the game with his son.
Ah, what are you doing?
Just like before, Norm sits down, opens his laptop, and we watch football.
Oh, no, that's going to look bad for Cam. You got that hit out because it takes too long.
It's no longer like I'm with a comedic genius or even an interview subject. I'm just hanging with a guy named Norm.
By the ref.
I understand why David Letterman had him on as the last stand-up of his late-night show.
He's not sentimental, and I say in truth, I love you. Oh, my God.
He's just a genuine guy.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, and the Broncos won. They scored 24. Not bad, Norm.
That was very sweet, Norm. Good night, everybody.
Wanna get da 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 da. and get this fixed. Come just just touch my lips.
I thought my life's pretty interesting too, you know? So this is me. This is my
show is called Norm?
Norm +1. It's a crazy life.
But it's ours.
Hey, don't you gotta go to school or something?
Yeah.
Do you have homework? Did you do your homework?
Yeah.
They give you homework there?
Yep.
I started to think about it, you know, and plus I drank a lot of whiskey. And then afterwards,
off it a little, I'm
yeah,
guessing.
I just thought, like that. Before you knew it, I was so crazily drunk, like just drunk out of my mind. And so then time passes in a weird way and everything. And my friends, they wanted to leave the bar.
Right.
Like, yeah, let's go, right? And I'm like, I got like crazy all of a sudden, right? So I'm like, why should I leave? We're having fun here at the bar. You guys leave if you want, right? So I was like real drunk and everybody was like cool. It was like a Western. It had a jukebox, you know? One of those. Guy gives you a whole bottle there, you know? And you go, And then...
That's what you do when you're drinking. You a pirate?
Yeah.
All of a sudden?
And then he came out, he's in a wheelchair, and he talks like this. He goes, And, but he was, I'll get you a couple of hot, dirty broads, you know? And then while you're having sex with them, I'll come into my wheelchair. You know? Who knows what it means? You're not going to walk into a bathroom and all of a sudden Farrah Fawcett's like, you know? You're not going to...
What? I love it.
What I'm saying is, why would a famous...
What was she doing? Wasn't there some sort of cervical belt sander thing, or what was that? Oh, Christ, what are you, Linda Blair?
They do. That's what they do, right?
That's what ladies that I know do. But I'll tell you this about Johnny Depp. He's taken this sexiest man alive thing and he's using it to his benefit, as all good people in show business should. The new movie he's doing, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, he'll be doing full frontal nudity.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's rated R!
Oh my God! What the hell was that? I pick up the blue.
Why is it that in some sports, like beach volleyball or snowboarding, the women are breathtakingly beautiful, and you would think they would be big, you know, like big. So you'd think they'd be big monsters of ladies.
Why would you think that, though?
Well, like softball.
Well, we can't be women and we're
I keep reading like feud. There's no feud because
No, there's not.
I never did anything to him.
That's right.
For a feud, I'd have to be going, You know? So I take up the mustard, I go, and I throw the mustard up. So I go to the gym, and holy Lord, have you ever been to one of these?
No, I don't go.
They're crazy. You got to like, they got the weights, you know? That's the big thing,
Big
weights.
weight machines, sure.
So you got to like lift the weight. It's really heavy, and then you got to put it down. Then afterwards, lift it again right away. And it's endless. It's like hundreds of lifting. And then afterwards, you're just like sore and you're not big at all. And I don't know how to drive a car, you know.
You don't drive at all?
No, I never learned how.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't like them. I find them dangerous, you know? Like, you drive and you're in a car and you're going like 70 and then another car comes, he's going 70, right? And then there's like a foot between you, you know? You're like, and they're honking, they're honking. And then who knows what, it's only a foot, you know? You know, like imagine you're in a plane and you're flying and you look out, there's some plane wreckage on a mountain, right? Or a plane comes beside you like 10 feet. He's honking, you know?
That's sky rage.
Hey, wait a second here. Hey! Because that's all the heart understands is violence, you know? And so they get there early, they go, and then your heart's like, I wasn't going to kill him. I am going to preemptively attack my hearse. And before it does anything, I'll just be like, ah, my hearse, like, well, I didn't do anything. You go, right, Sonny, you're not going to. Like, one time I remember I was under the influence of the demon rum, and by God, I started punching my newborn in the face. Yeah. This is the amount of time that you think about sex, every once in a while. But then the problem becomes, when you think about it, is all you can think about. You know, you're just like, like a f***ing werewolf or something. Like, usually you're a civilized human being. But then every couple of days, you're like, the cancer's gonna jump up and go, Uncle Bert's wife. Where is he? I won fair and square. You're like, your mind's gone. Your mind is gone. That's all I know. Like, I am you. My is going, hello? Yeah, hey, Frank, what's going on? Yeah, I remember that shirt. What? I gotta go. You know, because
fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth load. I'll fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt. You fucking whore.
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helber. You fucking sit down.
Yeah, Norm used to do a lot of jokes about that, going back in time to kill Hitler.
Yeah,
but he said like he just thinks he would go back and he would be converted. He would just fall into the gaze of his dark black eyes.
Dude, the
People always fucking want to murder Hitler with their time machine, right? But then I feel if I got back there, I'd be afraid of falling under the spell of his fucking beautiful eyes.
It's true. You
want oratory, and then
be locked in the gaze.
Yeah, and then I join the fucking party,
That's
knowing
his
me.
thing. He gives you his full attention. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe there's
Norm,
something to this guy.
No, but before you ask another
420 is one of my favorite comedy clips. We came up with that on the way to the studio.
It's
we were just
so
like,
good.
I was like,
dude, you know what I'm talking about? It's 420 on their podcast, him and Norm's podcast.
We were,
and Norm's like, look, he's like 420, and he's like, you're saying it's about smoking weed.
Yeah. So this is what they say. 420 is a code term used primarily in North America that refers to the consumption of cannabis and, by extension, a way to identify oneself with cannabis subculture.
He goes to the Wikipedia and he's like, oh, look at this. It was a statesman from Austria.
Yeah, I remember
And then he
that.
starts reading about it. And then he's like, he did this.
Odd-looking duck.
Odd looking duck, but he has black eyes. Yeah. And then he goes, oh, hold the fort. Hated Jews. And then you go, well, he's dead. He goes, I didn't even know he was sick. It's so good, dude.
Yeah. That's not what mine says.
What does yours say?
Mine says 420 was the birthday of Austrian-born German politician and the leader of the National Socialist German Workers' Party. A fella went by the name of Adolf Hitler. But this guy, there's a picture of him. Adolf Hitler, very compelling kind of a figure. Odd-looking duck. But there's something about his eyes. Hypnotic. His eyes are almost entirely black. He was a decorated veteran of World War I. And he joined the war. Hold the fort. He hated Jews.
How funny was it? The 9/11 Airlines.
Oh my God!
How'd
that
you
was
sit through
great.
this?
I
How do you
don't
do
know.
this?
I don't
9/11
know.
Airlines. He's like,
Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy.
Oh, 9/11.
Yeah, don't laugh at 9/11 again.
I looked at. I was drudging through blood and bones in Manhattan to find my brother. It turns out he was in Northern Canada. 9/11 Airlines reminds me of that tragedy. You know what the number one worst airline was? 9/11 Airlines. It reminds me of that tragedy. Dude.
I tried to tell him not
Way
to
to go,
laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada.
Is that when we just started, when we
was
looked at
you
each
and
other
Swordson.
and just started
Yeah,
laughing?
everyone was just like, "What the fuck?"
Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
Yeah, I know.
9/11. We're gonna go to hell.
The hole you can get into on YouTube with all of his
Of
stuff,
Norm?
it's just crazy.
Oh, he was my favorite comic of all time.
It's
he
fucked
was.
up.
He was. Have you been watching Bernie Mac though?
I
Check
mean,
out
I do
Bernie
love
Mac.
fucking Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac, dude. And obviously Norm.
Yeah, but Norm, even before I ever met the guy, he was always my favorite
Yeah.
comic. I thought he was brilliant.
Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why'd you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression of our guest tonight? The always controversial and hysterically funny Andy Dick. And we will be talking to Andy momentarily, but first, my opening remarks with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egget. Where's Adam Egget? Well, this is odd, folks, and I must say bewildering to me. When I usually look 2 degrees to my right, who do I see but my trusty sidekick, Adam Egget? Well, tonight, no such luck. Wouldn't you know it, huh? Well, this was bound to happen sooner or later. Well, I'm sure he'll be here any second now. It's live. I know what I'll do, what I always do. When I'm in trouble, I read the newspaper. Maybe we'll find out something interesting. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll read the obituaries. At my age, I'm always refreshing to find out that I'm not in them. It's a joke Milton Berle used to do. So, as usual, the Bard of Avon, William Shakespeare, summed it up best when he wrote, "Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and is heard no more." Well, let us hear, then, from some of this month's most notably deceased strutters and fretters. See who we got here. Ah, Margaret Thatcher, yes, the Iron Lady. She passed over a month ago, but here she is, still in the New York Times obituaries. But I think if you were to open that coffin, you'd find out pretty quickly that she was not made of iron. I don't know if you've ever dug up a month-old corpse, but I haven't. I needed the money. I couldn't sell my blood at the time, or ever, because I have Hep C. But, you know, I didn't have the money, and I wasn't like some people I know who used to jerk off punks for $10 a man. God damn it didn't work. I miss Adam Egis. Where the hell is the... He wouldn't be with Andy Dick, would he? Wait a minute here. Adam Egid is a dirty, filthy alcoholic. And Andy Dick is clean and sober. Where is my trusty sidekick Adam Egid? Have you seen him?
The last I saw him, he was in the bathroom with Andy Dick.
In the bathroom with Andy Dick! In the bathroom with Andy Dick! That's the worst possible news. Come on. Jeez. When you ask where a person is, the last thing you want to hear is he's in the bathroom with Andy Dick. Let's find out. Hey guys, listen, I know what's going on in there. You're sucking each other's hot cocks and you're doing cocaine.
Norm!
Yes, Norm, let me in. What's going on? Andy, why are you naked?
Yeah. Andy, why are you naked?
I think the more important question is, why are you guys not naked?
Well, wait a minute, that's a least important question. That's not an important question at all.
I would agree.
Okay, listen, we gotta start the show. We gotta get out of here, come on.
Wait, paint this real quick. Paint this.
What? We got no time for that. Come on, Adam.
He likes it.
Adam, come on!
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
The last movie Chris Farley ever did was Dirty Work. So I'm in the movie with him. And right after Dirty Work, right before he passed away, he hosted Saturday Night Live. So Norm was still doing Weekend Update. So Norm called me up and said, listen, Farley's out of control with coke. Come to the party after the show because you got to help me watch him. Like, that's how bad he was. I was watching him.
You had to help watch.
I had to help watch him, okay? So this is how fast Norm is, though. This is a testament to Norm's wit. So I'm at the party, and Norm is talking to somebody, and I'm watching Chris. I'm on coke. I'm coked up. So I see Farley disappear into a bathroom with Andy Dick.
Oh, boy.
Okay, him and Andy go into a bathroom.
Yeah.
They come out 5 minutes later, like giggling. Norm comes over to me and goes, what's going on with Chris? I go, bad news, bro. He goes, what? I go, he went into a bathroom with Andy Dick. I said, there's only two reasons a man goes into a bathroom with Andy Dick, and neither one of them's good. And Norm looked at me without missing a beat and said, holy fuck, I hope he's high.
You see Norm say that?
He goes, holy fuck, I hope he's high.
That's a great impression of Norm.
Holding his stomach. Good news, he was high.
Bahrain. Demi Moore is wrapped filming on G.I. Jane, in which she plays a Navy SEAL combat officer. Moore says that in contrast to other Hollywood portrayals of women in the military, her character will have giant breasts.
I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
I watch old TV shows.
Yeah.
And it was the first Kojak. You remember Kojak?
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
With the lollipop.
Yeah, he had the lollipop going. So for the pilot, it was Crocker's first day. You know, Kevin Dobson played Crocker.
Sure, Crocker.
So he was just out of police academy. Green. They kept saying how green he was. And Kojak had been around a long time. And he knew everything. So he's, you know, has this green kid, and he doesn't know if he wants to be working with him. So what was happening was prostitutes were being murdered.
Oh, my.
He goes, go down and try to get some information from the prostitute's mother. So a little while later, Crocker comes back. I talked to her mother. She wasn't a prostitute at all. She was a good girl. Yeah. So Kojak's seen it all, right? So he takes this lollipop, he goes, yep. She was a good girl. Mama's apple pie. The 4th of July. She was a hooker! Crocker was too green to see it, you know?
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but now.
Adam, I got to talk to you. You've been working with all these guys. You've been working with Norm, probably. You've been working for him with him for a long time.
Yeah, but Normie. No, I think what he's bringing up was when me and Norm, when we did Billy Madison, I said I would tell.
Yeah.
The story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's like the first time you guys worked together in a movie, right?
Yeah. Movie. I mean, it was the first.
That was our first movie.
Hey, we're right here, guys. We're right here.
Yeah.
Well, this is great. When I graduated first grade, all my father did was tell me to get a job. Hey, you want to feed that donkey some beer? Get it all messed up? Maybe later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Norm and I did the movie, and Norm is we didn't know each other's acting style. Yeah.
Right.
So me and Norm are best friends in the movie, and we're out at the pool. We're doing a pool scene. I'm Billy Madison, of course. So old Billy's gonna talk to you and Frank.
I played Frank.
You're gonna turn and clarify everything.
I get nervous with Normie behind me, but
Man, why did I have so many drinks I can't remember? What's today? October? It's Nudie Magazine Day!
So anyway, so I'm doing a scene with Norm at the pool, and I tell him, I say my line. I think I did it very well, and then I'm like, let me see how Norm, ping pongs this line back. and so there was a little bit of a delay, and I was like, old Norm likes to take his time.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe it's an acting technique, right?
Maybe he's going deep for this. Yeah, right. And then I'm waiting a little longer, and I'm like, wow, he's really milking this one. And then a few more seconds, I noticed old Norm was sleeping. Right? Remember that?
I got
Yes, sir.
You fell.
Oh, man, Billy, I just thought of the funniest thing. Billy? Where's Billy? He's in school, man. Oh, yeah.
Asleep while the camera was rolling.
Well, they wanted me to play a drunk.
That's right. That's right.
And so I said, you got some booze?
No,
but also he called me Frank, and in my mind I was thinking, who the is Frank?
That's right.
You know what I realized about that movie as I was doing it? Because the movie was grown-ups. And I, in the movie, kept going, like, every time they were at a scene, I kept walking up and going, hey, guys, can I be in it?
Oh, yeah, it was at the
"No."
beginning and end of every scene.
So I realized that halfway through, wait a minute.
Damn, no, it was the best. You
feels
killed
like
the
a
hardest at read-through, too.
This feels like a guy trying to get in a movie. It was like I had shown up on the set.
In real life, I'm a famous actor, Norm MacDonald. But in this movie, I play an unknown man named Geezer. Hey, Lenny, you old son of a bee sting. I heard you were in town. You remember who I am, right?
Yeah. The guy from on Golden Pond, right?
On Golden Pond. You still got it. It's Geezer. Well, Geezer, I play Geezer, who is me, actually. Geezer's just an old chunk of coal that, they're going to have a 4th of July fireworks on the lake, on a barge. Can I at least go with you guys to that and watch it, It'll be like the old days.
We used to do that.
Well, hey, if we didn't, we should start. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Geezer's always like the odd man out. Hey, Lenny, you guys are all eating here. How come nobody phoned me?
Well, no, we just kind of ended up
You
here.
make me sound like I'm some wicked witch of Milan.
I
need so not for I do good things. I do charity for children.
Yes.
Well, hey, is that your wife sitting on the cracker?
Yes.
He wants to be a diamond someday, just like everybody.
So I says to the judge, I says, if it lasts for 6 years, it isn't really a temporary restraining order, is it?
Whoa, hold on. The idea was Fred and Adam were talking, and, instead of just having actors, just make it all guys that Sandler knows and loves, I hope. He loves me, because I love him. Say, hey, it's me, Geezer. I'm your husband's best friend. It's so fun to be around these guys, because Sandler is, like, hysterically funny. Chris Rock, David Spade, Schneider, Kevin James is incredibly funny. So being around these guys, it's hard. It's very hard for me to be the funniest of all. But I do it.
I manage. Man, Hilliard's daughter is looking incredible.
Oh, yeah. The blonde or the brunette?
The hot one.
Ooh. Finally a man shows up. You like what you see?
Ooh. Yes.
You're gonna have to catch it.
Well, I gotta go. I hate to leave you, but I'll chase him to the end of the earth. What people don't understand about movies is you have to memorize literally hundreds of words and then say them in a row. Lenny, I didn't get to hang out with you all week.
Oh, geezer, we're hanging out now, aren't we? I'm sorry, man.
You know, it's an interesting thing. You say sorry. You know sorry is not in the Bible. Please forgive me. That's the way they say it in the Bible.
That's cool. That's an interesting fact.
Completely true, except for the Bible part. So it's fun to be able to improvise because it's so hard to remember words in the order they're supposed to be. Hey, what about they're going to have a 4th of July firework. Listen, it's not as hard. It's not as hard as coal mining, but it's actually harder than coal mining. But I like to say it's not as hard as coal mining because it makes me sound like a man of the people. It's actually much harder than coal mining. Those coal miners, man. Huh. What do you call a kangaroo wearing sunglasses? Beats me. Usually on movies, you have to work with actors, and that's not that fun. But when you work with your old buddies, that's the coolest, yeah. Since when do you guys stand in lines? Don't you remember what you used to do without me all the time?
Backdoor shuffle.
Yeah.
Are we really gonna do this?
Backdoor shuffle.
Hey, come on. Should I come along?
No, you just stay, keep our place in line.
I'll stay here.
Okay,
I'll stay here then.
Ladies and gentlemen, a sad moment in grown-ups history. We're saying goodbye to Norm MacDonald.
Thank you very much.
Ever the grace to the shores and water.
Thank you, Dennis.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world, so I stay. Too magic to win. I'll play you over and over.
Jokes. This is a section where we do jokes. It's kind of comic relief.
Okay.
So this is a topical joke about the flight, but you just read it. You don't read ahead.
Oh, no?
You can if you want.
Malaysian Flight 370 is still missing. You know where they're going to find it? The last place they look. The pilot's last words, I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on a motherfucking plane. That could be, yeah, that could be. You're giving me these great jokes, okay. Here's what I've learned. You beat up and toss one 19-year-old Hispanic hooker out of a moving car, and they never let you forget it. Isn't that true? That is funny.
That's both funny and true.
That's too dirty. Let's do a nice joke to clean it up.
Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff... You should let me read this ahead. Opinions are like assholes. Neil Patrick Harris wants to stuff his cock in them. Oh, wait, that's just assholes. It didn't get a laugh, but I'm laughing. That's very funny.
Well, this Lindsay Lohan can't swim a stroke, but she sure knows every dive in town.
That one I liked. That was my favorite. I'm keeping this.
That is a favorite?
I read a story. A 17-year-old kid who stole a plane, crashed it, and survived. Why don't we make the whole plane out of that kid? That seems logical, right?
It makes sense, right? There you go. How to make it.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but I invented the light bulb up my ass.
Always ahead of his time.
Oh, come on, man. I used to think revenge was a dish best served cold. But then I realized it meant getting back at somebody.
Okay, now we'll see this joke. This
made
is
me
a
laugh
joke.
again out loud.
This
Just
is
reading
this
it to
show,
myself.
This show is so high quality that we take jokes from the dustbins.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See? Accomplished comedian.
What is accomplished?
Did you write this one?
This is not against
Accomplished.
This is not against anybody.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse. A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. That's a good one.
I think my doctor might be retarded.
Why?
His name is Dr. Retardo.
Oh.
It's a good chance. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. It's very good.
That's
a
have?
fantastic documentary.
One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid.
Oh, yeah.
That
unwatchable.
I liked it, the DVD commentary.
This one's more like a factoid.
Danny DeVito looks like one of those guys with a short but thick penis.
Right? He has to have the thickest fucking cock.
It's true.
This reminds me of your kind of joke.
All right.
Just from hearing you read jokes.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and he had to cut his own cock off. Oh my God.
What about this? This is what you were talking about earlier, 42.
I love the movie 42. It's Chadwick Boseman like you've never seen him before. Of course, you've never seen him before. I get that.
Yeah.
Apparently, someone in Germany stole 5 metric tons of Nutella. Police haven't arrested anyone yet, but they are questioning Gunther Hogsbargen, the 700-pound man that smells like chocolate and hazelnuts, who guards the Nutella storage facility. That's funny.
Larry, you like this one.
Wasn't too bad.
Amanda Bynes is a lush blonde who's quickly turning into a blonde lush. See, I tend to laugh at my own. If you were a Russian prostitute on a date with serial killer Andrei Chikatilo, a.k.a. the Rostov Ripper, and he couldn't achieve an erection, that was not your lucky day.
No.
The Al-Qaeda online magazine Inspire has a recipe for a homemade bomb. They also have a recipe for a pretty darn good peach cobbler.
They're not all bad, you know?
I crack up when I see a funny joke and I hear it.
China's government has reported they have lost over 28,000 rivers in the past decade.
That's weird.
That is weird.
My theory is they sold it into the sordid world of underground river sex trafficking.
That's a really good punchline. A very suspect premise.
You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again.
I spoke to Johnny.
Oh,
He loved it.
Is that right?
Yes.
I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf, except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow races.
There you go.
A new study shows that most men can identify a gay man by his face alone. It's the face that's buried in another man's asshole.
It's about your friend.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but Bill Maher is giving away the solution to all our problems for free. He is, isn't he?
In my opinion,
If we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses.
I feel that could be in your act almost.
Any of these could be in my act, and they will be. Tomorrow is National Secretary's Day.
Which is true.
Is that right? I plan on getting my secretary the same thing I always do, a big fat goosing.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger, sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, I don't feel great. I gave it something. Are these left over from when you did updates? Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egat, oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, hey, where's my hat? Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris is cock. It's on his dick. Go get it.
It's there the whole time, man.
Playboy magazine has done away with the nude photo layouts altogether. In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether.
Oh man!
That's a sort of radio DJ joke, I feel.
The way you,
we have to deliver
voice,
with that, right?
delivered it.
In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether. Altogether. Here's Taylor Swift.
When you're single trying to attract a partner, it's important to project the qualities you desire, which I understand, but boy, oh boy, have I had to suck a lot of dick lately.
That's sort of like a Bobby Lee joke.
It is a lot like a Bobby Lee.
All right. You know, you ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk.
Do you do diet sometimes?
I know, but
do you go on diets and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, so this is sort of a diet joke a little bit.
I'm so sorry. Boy, was it hot outside today. I went out to buy a California Pizza Kitchen signature pepperoni frozen flatbread, and by the time I got home, it was perfectly cooked and entirely eaten. 100% true.
Oh, you ate it. See, I love laugh. In class, you ever heard dirty?
The Dirty Johnny jokes. Yes, heard the whole series.
In this joke, he's not dirty. But anyways, the teacher has a thing, and the teacher says, today in class, we are going to have a little experiment. You're going to tell a story from your real life, and then afterwards, you are going to tell the moral of that story. You know? So Sheila puts up her hand, and the teacher says, Sheila, what's your story? So Sheila says, well, my dad works at the hatchery, and he took some eggs. And he put them all in a basket. All the eggs he put in one basket. And then he put them in the horse and buggy, and off we went to town. And the earth was uneven, and the eggs broke. And the teacher goes, well, that's an all right story, but I can't understand what the moral would be to that story. So Sheila says, well, the moral is, don't put all of your eggs into one basket. So the teacher says, well, by God, this is exactly what I'm looking for, and what I was hoping for with this experiment.
Yeah.
And anybody else have one? So Marjorie puts up her hand. Okay, Marjorie, what's your story? Well, my father works for the hatchery. Most of us.
Most people in that town work in the hatchery. Worked at the hatchery.
Thank God for the hatchery, she says. Or where would we be? So she says, my father, he sells chickens. And he knows that eggs become chickens. See what I mean? So he had to count his chickens so he could go and sell them in town. So he had 9 chickens and 5 eggs. So instead of saying he had 9 chickens, he added the 5 eggs. You see, he counted them as chickens. So he said, I have 14 chickens. So he took them, Sheila says, and put them in the horse and buggy, and off they went to town, but the land was uneven. The chickens just survived easily. They frolicked. The eggs broke. Well, the teacher says again, it's a story, you know. But what on earth could the moral of that story be? Well, Sheila says, if that's her name, I forgot. She says, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of the eggs.
Right.
Teacher says you could probably shorten it a little. So, but that's great, and that's exactly what we're looking for.
And then she looks at the back of the class, and by God, there's
fucking-
the upraised hands of, as you say, fucking Dirty Johnny.
Fucking Dirty Johnny. He's going to ruin the lesson.
So the teacher, inside of her head, her thoughts are moving around, and she's like, ah, God, I don't want to hear Dirty Johnny say it. This is going so well, but at the same time, I took a vow, and I became a teacher that every student... All right, Johnny, let's hear your story. So Dirty Johnny gets up, and he says, this is a story about my Uncle Terry. He didn't work for the hatchery. He didn't even like people that did. He was in Vietnam. And he lives on the disability checks he got. Uncle Terry was not a popular man, not even among those he worked with. And I suppose we've all heard of people who've deserted from their battalion. But I don't know if you've ever heard of a battalion deserting a man. That's what they did with Uncle Terry. One day, Uncle Terry awoke in the middle of Da Nang, and everybody was gone. He was alone, and they'd left him 3 bottles of Jack Daniels and some weaponry. So, Uncle Terry got up, says Dirty Johnny, and he downed the bottle of Jack Daniels in 2 slugs, and he threw it down and smashed it into the jungle. And then he walked, picked up the 2 Kalashnikovs and 3 or 4 Glocks and a couple of hand grenades, and off he walked into the unknown, the jungle, his fate. Came upon a village, and from the village came people. Now, were they Charlie, or were they the people that Terry was sent to protect from Charlie? Uncle Terry didn't know. But he knew he had to do something, so he took another swig from the bottle, and he let loose. Took that Kalashnikov, and he let it sway like a farmer would a scythe. And the bullets came, and just as hay would fall before a farmer, so the people fell before Uncle Terry. The men, the women, and by God, even the children. And finally, Uncle Terry stood alone in the mud and the blood and the guts and only at himself. He took a long swig, and his hand brushed against his pants, and he felt wetness, and then he felt shame because he realized he had urinated himself in fear. And then, upon closer inspection, he realized it was not urine. It's ejaculate. And his shame was replaced by pride. And that teacher goes, holy fucking shit, what the fuck? Fucking kind of fucking story is that? Like, we just heard the hatchery and shit, and now this? She goes, well, Dirty Johnny, what on earth could be the moral to such a story? So Johnny thinks about it for a couple of minutes, and he goes, well, I don't know, I guess. Well, I know one thing. You don't fuck with Terry when he's had some drink in him. And he's uncorked the jug. You stay away from Uncle Terry. And he doesn't like anybody that works at the hatchery either. You remember that. You tell your parents that.
Wow.
So that's just to lighten things
what
up.
A joke. Your dad told you that? Your dad was a great storyteller.
That was my dad's story.
You taught us to laugh again, Norm.
Thank you.
Look at that.
My goodness.
Ejaculated right in his pants, huh?
Yeah.
Loved
The thrill
killing.
of it. The thrill
of killing.
The thrill of it. Well, who knows? Who knows what it was? Who knows what would happen if you were put in that situation?
Thank you for that story, Norm.
I mean, we always talk about going back and, if you could only go back in time and kill Hitler. You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah.
But what a horror it would be to go back in time, meet Hitler, and get hypnotized by him.
And like him.
And then become one of the guys.
Right.
And it gets even worse.
They say he was a very powerful speaker. You didn't know. All of a sudden you're killing it.
They say he was a powerful speaker. Then on YouTube, he's like, you're like, what
yelling.
the fucking Christ? Don't vote for him. Vote for anyone else.
You didn't know who Hitler was?
Yeah, like many of us, I didn't. But I do now. And let me tell you something. That guy's no good. Now, I grew up like you, thinking the Nazis were a bunch of funny fellas, because I watched Hogan's Heroes every week. But it wasn't like that. Oh, I know nothing. I see nothing. A lot less funny when you figure that was the cornerstone of the Nuremberg trial.
Damn, I wish I had a time machine.
To see that action.
Yeah, no, to take back my question.
Thought you were going to say to murder Hitler.
I would not. You know, people always fucking want to murder Hitler with their time machine, right? But then I feel if I got back there, I'd be afraid of falling under the spell of his fucking beautiful eyes.
It's true. You
and
want
oratory, and
be
then
locked in the gaze.
Yeah, and then I join the fucking party,
That's
knowing
his
me.
thing. He gives you his full attention. You're like, whoa,
All
wait a
right.
minute. Maybe there's
Norm,
something to
I'm
this guy.
Norman, before you ask another serious
Believe it or
question,
not,
we
they're
gotta
telling
move on.
us to wrap it up. I don't exactly
I
know
want
why
to.
you
Wrap
got
it.
it.
This is fun for everyone.
It's the
For the
Lonely
record,
Island, guys.
I would have killed Hitler. So thanks, gentlemen.
Can I just clarify? if I did go back in time to kill Hitler, I would do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't get
That's
lost
the-
in his
that's the front
eyes and
door
then
choice.
bail.
Yeah.
Just so I don't get like
thanks for
hit
having
from
us.
all the like
I know, all the-
defamation
Yeah,
leagues.
no,
Yeah,
He would,
of
you would end it.
pro.
Listen,
Okay.
man, I'm sorry about
We gotta wrap it up.
I'm sorry
It's
about
over.
bringing up Hitler.
You really brought this live show to a new
This is
low.
the first one, right? This is your first interview?
It's just gonna get worse from
This is
here.
the first time I've ever been interviewed a
Just
man.
sign
If you
of
can bring
things to
Hitler
come.
into all of them, they're going to ask you back for sure, which is I know what you want.
That's what we're all hoping.
These kind of characters. I think we should kill Hitler. Me and you go suicide, kill him.
Yeah, it was like died 50 years ago.
Did
Probably.
he? I didn't
Yeah.
even know he was sick.
He wasn't.
A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. I'm joking. And I don't really sell drugs to children. And now, well, singer Willie Nelson, who was arrested recently in Texas for marijuana possession, saw the charges against him dropped this week. A judge ruled the arrest had been illegal because police didn't have probable cause to search his car for pot. How about the fact he's Willie Nelson? And also in music news, the Black Crowes have announced that they will donate profits from a recent concert to victims of the Oklahoma City's bombing. Then the band will smoke a huge amount of pot. In the December issue of Playboy, 60 Minutes reporter Mike Wallace reveals that he has not only smoked marijuana, but that it made him sexually aroused. According to Wallace, he made these comments in an effort to frighten young people off sex and drugs forever. In Amsterdam, a rubber factory has begun producing water beds for cows. Let that be a reminder to anyone who wants to legalize marijuana here in the United States. And in North Carolina, the Bowman Gray School of Medicine is looking for 20 habitual marijuana smokers who they'll provide with free pot in order to study the effects of the drug. Note to self, spend summer vacation at Bowman Gray School of Medicine. Maybe take Timmy Meadows along with you. Charged by critics with failure to prepare an exit strategy for Bosnia, a defiant President Clinton today insisted that he has one ready. Should the situation deteriorate, he will have all 20,000 troops airlifted to England and smoking pot within 24 hours. President Bill Clinton and Russian President Boris Yeltsin have made tentative plans to meet early next year. According to the White House, the pair will use the meeting to resume their ongoing debate, drinking versus pot smoking. Moments after the Bosnian peace treaty was signed in Paris, grenades rocked Sarajevo, killing 6 people. Asked if the renewed violence raises questions about the ceasefire, President Clinton hopped a plane to England and lit up a big fat joint. President Clinton said that if Dr. King were alive today, he would have supported the deployment of U.S. troops to Bosnia. Later, when asked how he could use the late civil rights leader's name in such a self-serving manner, Clinton hopped a plane to England and lit up a big fat joint. Sapphire called the First Lady a, quote, congenital liar. Clinton responded by saying Sapphire, quote, deserves a pop in the nose. Sapphire replied by offering to fight Bill Clinton, quote, anytime, any place. The president answered, quote, how about right now? Then hopped a plane to England and lit up a big fat joint. And of course, it was very inspiring to see President Clinton up here on crutches making a speech. I mean, I thought that was just amazing, you know. I mean, it's been difficult for the president. You know, he can't jog now, and he needs help getting around, and he's still, you know, occasionally suffers great pain, you know. On the upside, you got your medical marijuana, so that's, you know. You must inhale, sir. It's the only way you're going to get better. It's... But,
Do you think we stopped saying N-rig, which means, you know, or N-rich, or nigger-rich, or nigger-rig, which were terms that some people are going, were they terms? Because, well, it's a fine. Or do you think we just shouldn't use people?
What'd they say when you, hey, stop with that joint there, you're getting spit on it.
So, no, hold on a second.
Huh?
So most people would say that we stopped those things because it was egregious.
Yes.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so you have to say, so if the answer...
He's like the guy, and you're like the little guy.
Little guy.
I'm like
Aaron Paul, and you're like Cranston.
Yeah, you're Cranston, and you're the other guy.
Yeah, I'm the little shit.
And you just throw him around.
You were on a show that almost was the precursor for
it definitely was a
precursor.
That's a good word.
Yeah. Because that's in Breaking Bad. But also Weeds was like kind of
broke down the door for Breaking Bad.
Broke down the door for Breaking Bad, he says. You watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's pretty good.
You seen it all the way through?
I haven't. I'm a little behind. I'm a little behind.
It's interesting that people are at different levels of everything now.
Yeah,
you can't. You can only do that today. You couldn't do that 5 years ago.
What's that?
Netflix, you know, to be behind it. It's like you missed a show. Guess what? You're not watching it until it comes out like at night in a few years.
Yeah,
in the
House
old
of
days.
Cards is all.
Before that, they didn't even have TVs.
Before
That's true.
TVs, you
Yeah,
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
You're saying before TVs?
Yeah, nobody
there
talked
were
about
no
Bryan
TVs.
Cranston.
Hi, I read a great article in the New Yorker magazine which talked about the last episode, saying that, in fact, Walt dies in the car, and that the rest of the episode, when he actually hits the snow and the keys drop from the visor, that in fact becomes kind of a whole fantasy of how Walt wants to see everything end. But
Fantasy
in fact,
dream sequence ending, yes
Sure,
or no?
Sure.
which I thought was really good, and I just wanted to...
That is interesting. There's a comic, a comedian named NORM MACDONALD who I think was sort of promulgating that, and I think he has a webcast I'm going to go on at, podcast I'm going to go on at some point to talk about.
When I first came to Hollywood, my goal was just to get my name on there. You know how they write the names on the comedy store? Like
I got my name on.
You got it on
How
there?
long ago?
Yeah, about a year, almost a year ago.
A year ago. I'm 61 years old.
I never got it on there.
You never got it on at all?
No.
We'll make that happen.
I don't think so.
I'll bet you we could.
It's got to be bigger than the rest now.
Well, let's see what I can do.
I don't like is when they make those dirty drinks.
Dirty Sanchez?
Dirty Sanchez. That's what you drink.
What dirty drinks?
No, they say like
pink pussy,
huh?
like the pink pussy.
You don't have to be dirty, but the guy is.
don't realize there's a TV camera aimed
You
at
guys,
him.
this is like your little brother.
God damn, man.
You have such control.
You were on a show that almost was the precursor for.
Oh, it
precursor.
definitely was a
precursor.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Because that's in Breaking Bad. But
Yeah.
also, Weeds was like kind of the
Broke down the door for Breaking Bad.
broke down the door
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Breaking Bad. He says.
And he's the post-cursor. I got nothing, man.
He's just a cursor.
I'm just cursed.
God damn! No, your words you use, pussy. You can say.
What was another dirty? What were you thinking of? I don't know shit about golf.
25,000 a week he costs.
Is that right?
What? He says really.
Well, we also have to take a break.
Are you kidding me?
It says it right on the monitor.
We have no
Really?
sponsors.
Oh, I thought we do have a sponsor, right?
You know what's amazing that I didn't
We
know?
have no sponsors.
It's got word they have to take a break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's take a break.
All right. Let's take a break.
Say it to the camera.
How do you take it?
Let's take a break.
And that's it. That does it? Go ahead, say something to me, and I'm going to show you how I act by reacting.
How are you feeling, Kevin?
In my head, I'm thinking, how am I feeling? All right.
Jesus, that was good.
I'm not finished.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all right. You?
I guess I'm all right. I don't know.
Worst reaction ever. Doesn't even know how he fucked. But whatever, you need a sidekick.
You have a sketch that you wrote that gets like on at 12:55.
Yeah.
And then Lauren comes and goes, you got to move this down to 4 minutes.
Yeah, how
you
do
gotta
you
make
do
it 3.5
that?
How
minutes.
is that possible?
He says, we could either put it on or, we'll cut it and do it another week. And it's not going to get on another week.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
hard to
say,
do
"I'll
that. You have to talk fast. And, you know what I mean?
No.
You don't know what
I
you
know
have to
it-
talk fast means?
Yeah, I know, but
That happened. How did you guys meet? Did you have to audition for
we
this?
covered that in the Tom Green episode. No, we met at Tempe Improv.
I like he's mad. He's like he's mad at you. We covered that in the Tom Green episode.
I was saying it to you. I met him when I used to manage the improv in Tempe.
I didn't
where
ask you
met
if you
the
managed the
first time.
improv. I just asked you where you met him.
He's good with that.
Wasn't Kippadata the guy who went over to? No, that was Kelly Monteith.
Kelly Monteith, another one.
He
But
went
these guys
over-
were all like established when I came in.
What's his name from
Richard
Chicago?
Lewis. That's it?
That's how he helps out.
He used to do the two-man act with Tim Reed.
Oh, Tom
John-
Dreesen.
Dreesen.
Yeah.
Greta was the best.
And the Little Rascals I saw him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Book was riveting.
And the Flying
You didn't
Bird.
read the book?
No, but I heard it. Was
Yeah, you heard it
pretty
from me
good.
because I read it. God damn.
That was
this
a word you kept
motherfucker.
using,
I
right?
mean, no offense to him, but he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Him and Beretta.
Adam do a joke.
All right. A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell down Syndrome.
Don't laugh.
It's not.
I apologize.
I mean, it's yeah.
That's like a
It was a
joke.
little insensitive, I guess.
Go by this one.
Movie star and award-winning director Ben Affleck has vowed to live for one day on $1.50, or as Adam Egget calls it, a raise.
He did the joke and you were the punchline.
Yeah, I'm broke. There's going to be a Broadway musical based on the movie Rocky. I don't know if you guys heard about this. In the Broadway musical version of the show, after Rocky climbs the steps of the art museum, he goes inside and spends 2 hours looking at paintings.
I know, god damn.
Goes inside and looks at what? Paintings?
He looks at paintings.
I like
for
that.
2
That's a good one.
hours. In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday.
Whatever. You know what my favorite impression that you did was? When Sam Donaldson was on the chair.
That was hilarious. I loved you as the audience member in the Phil Hartman's Donahue sketch when the women, they were like battered wives or something similar to that.
Were you in the, thank you. Were you in the,
Thanks so much for calling in, Super Dave. Please come
I
back.
didn't call in, asshole. I didn't call in. You called me. I'm not calling into this. Let me explain something. If I'm homeless, I'm not calling in.
Duly noted, Super Dave.
You understand? You understand?
Yes.
Can I tell you a great story about Norm MacDonald?
Go ahead. Norm Kenny?
I don't know what the story is. Oh, it's the dog story in Vegas.
Here now is a dog story about Norm in Vegas. Go ahead.
It's the greatest story in the history of the world. Norm's in Vegas, and they give him a massive suite because he loses about $11 million a minute.
Yeah, and that World Series of Poker kind of stuff, right?
That was well before that.
Okay.
The World Series of throwing away your money.
And now for the World Series of throwing away your money, here's Norm MacDonald.
And he has an associate named, can I give her name?
Sure, yeah.
No, Lori. I'm not going to give her whole name.
Lojo.
So, okay, so we got her whole name. And she's adorable.
And her family's listening.
Right. And she has a dog a little bigger than my tennis shoe. And so we're going downstairs so Norm can lose some money. And Lori leaves the dog in the suite. When we come upstairs, the door is open to the suite. Mm-hmm. And it's impossible to get in unless you have a key. So obviously the dog had opened the door and left because he was fed up waiting. And the entire inside of the suite was on the floor. Wallpaper, lights, pillows, stuffing, everything.
Yeah.
And the dog was downstairs in the jail with people, with other guys, with drunks and stuff. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
Norm, is this true so far?
What?
Norm, is this true so far?
It is true, and then what happened was there was a band of gypsies in the next room.
Don't hear that name in here.
Yeah, they're lurking at the outskirts of town, but they must have gotten this suite because they pretended to trip down an escalator or something, and they were going to sue Lori Joe's dog for emotional distress.
The
gypsies. Don't you love having to go downstairs and bail this dog out like you would a gambler or someone who tried to steal? The dog was in jail.
Is this your dog?
And they have video of the dog in the jail cell trying to escape.
I've seen the suite. I mean, I can't even. The wallpaper doesn't come off a wall in Vegas. He took the wallpaper off, and he had watched everything he could watch on television and left.
What kind of dog is this, Norm?
I don't know.
It was a boxer.
What was that dog?
Wow.
Because you know how boxers know how to they throw up their hands, so he was able to open the door from the inside.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Where did the gypsies come in again?
They were living next door.
Oh,
they were
okay.
trying to sue everybody.
All right. So the gypsies were living next door.
You don't believe this story, and it's 100% true.
Well, Norm, I believe. I don't believe Super Dave. I believe Norm.
The dog got loose in the hall and traumatized a gypsy child.
Well, what happened is a gypsy child opened the door, and the dog was walking down the hall with a couch.
A gypsy child. Hey, where's my couch going? Who's got my couch? That dog is taking my couch. Oh, my God.
You know what was great right before the show went on?
Too much sugar.
He laughed at something that I said, and a thing came out of his nose like Niagara Falls.
No, don't tell people.
No, I'm not telling him. I'm just telling him.
But the
And
folks
we
at
had to
home don't
bring
need
in
to know
a
that.
towel to get it off because
was a big towel.
Like,
It was huge.
I was going to grab it with my hand.
It was like the towel.
so
It was like the
big.
towel they handed Louis Anderson after that dive.
No,
it was a
but
big
the
towel.
The folks don't need
I'm not going to say that ever again.
Don't ever say that again. I mean, it's sticky lie.
Yeah, it really
Okay,
is.
go ahead.
I did see that Norm was Letterman's choice to be his last stand-up. I thought that was pretty.
That was
neat.
a funny bit, too, about
That was great.
World War II.
Well, which one? The funniest bit I thought of Norm's that he said was how your phones change everything now.
Right.
That is a picture. He's got one grainy picture of his great grandfather, like separating the hogs on the farm.
Right.
But now, because everybody's got a phone right now, somebody from years from now, here's 1 million pictures of my great grandfather doing everything in their life.
And Norm's face when he did his grandfather.
Yeah, so he's
just horrified that someone's taking his picture. Like, just looking like in shock, like, don't take my picture.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great bit.
Oh.
But didn't he do the Hitler bit too about it? Where Germany challenges the world. And then they fought the world again.
Norm MacDonald, and this is not a slam on Comedy Central. Sure it's not. But, this day's been coming a long time. Fucking, now listen. They had Norm MacDonald, who's like the most eclectic fucking Renaissance mad mind, hosting a goddamn sports show. That was their idea. That's called putting somebody in a fucking harness. He's hosting a goddamn sports show. Of course, that wasn't. Sports is one of the many. He doesn't even like sports. He just likes gambling, so he knows a lot about sports. You're taking one of the most brilliant minds and putting him in a fucking. I hope your next sports show is hosted by Aaron Hernandez. I'm serious.
Well, pound for pound, Manny Pacquiao is the greatest fighter in the world. This Saturday night, Pacquiao defends his welterweight title in Las Vegas. Now, I don't gamble anymore. You could say I had a bit of a problem. And my bankruptcy lawyers have said as much as well. Hey, Neil, you bet $25,000 on Pacquiao to win. I'm telling you, it's a mortal lock.
I like this Sugar Shane Mosley.
Sugar Shane who? What? You never told me about this guy? Why is he on the cover? So anyways, I'm worried about this guy, and I'll tell you why. He's bigger than you, and he's blacker. And that's what I go on with my boxing. I always pick the bigger, blacker guy. This is a lot of money. I want you to look me in the eye. Are you going to win this fight? Yes. The fight is this Saturday in Vegas, and I just want to tell you this is a real ticket. This is not some TV horse. So I really feel good about it, but part of me wishes I'd bet on the other guy.
Perfect reference there. Hey, now listen, did I hear some rumble that Brother Sandler sent out Maseratis to the cast of Grown Ups? Did you reap the benefit?
First of all, let me just say one thing. Nothing's better than Nancy Pelosi Augustus reference.
Pelosius Augustus.
I'm still swooning over that one. Yeah, Sandler gave Maseratis to Spade, Schneider, Kevin James, Chris Rock, all of whom need one, by the way. Very bad.
Exactly. What'd you get?
No bitterness, but me and Norm MacDonald, yeah, we're splitting a zip car.
And you split a zip car with Norm. It's like having one of those, those Christmas trees the drivers have that smells like North Slope Sensimilla.
Yeah, this car. I don't know. They must have been smoking pot in here or something.
Norm cancels on us once every 2 weeks, and I almost enjoy it more than him showing up at this point, because he always wants me to talk to some ventriloquist puppet that he says is on the phone. A Holocaust tonight. What has happened to Norman?
And then when he sees you, he's going to go, how come you never have me on your show?
Nope.
We tried to get you on. What?
Nobody funnier, though. I mean, you got to give it to him.
Nobody funnier.
That guy, if I'm in a room with him for 10 minutes, they got to put the paddles on me because I flatline.
When I worked on his sports show.
Oh, yeah, you know him well, yeah.
I gave him a ride. Then I was staying at Neil's house. Then they're like 2 blocks away in Santa Monica. So Norm goes, it's Friday night. We have off Saturday. Norm goes, you want to come up? I go, no. I go, because I think he's tricking me. Because if I say yeah, then I'm gay. Yeah. So I go, no, I don't want to come up. So I go up. He eventually talks me into going up. It's awkward. So then I leave. Then when we go back to work, he goes, yeah. Then Brennan drops me up. He goes, can I come up? I'm like, what do you want to come up for? He goes, I want to see. I want to see your apartment. I go, the guy must be queer. Like he goes to the whole thing. He's like the boss. He's my boss, so I have to let him tell the story. You know? I can't interrupt him.
So funny. Yeah.
No, it's classic. I didn't know that was one of his classic
great
maneuvers.
At that kind of stuff.
You say you're homophobic.
No, he'll do it with anybody. I mean, we went shopping one time when we were doing the movie in Boston, and then the guy's like, he goes, I need to buy jeans. He just walks in and just announces, I need to buy jeans. Like, it's a store full of jeans, but he acts like it's a fucking whatever the jean store is. And the
Yeah.
guy's like, I need jeans. And then the guy's like, well, sure. What size do you like? He goes, and so. He goes, all right, just go in the back of the booth. What? Go back there and you want me to take my pants off? Look at this guy. And he starts telling all the other customers, this guy just told me to go in the back and take my pants off. I just came in to buy clothes. This guy wants me to go in the back and to take your pants off. I'm in my underwear.
Was he was saying that was somebody there with him, or was just?
I was with him.
Oh,
the whole store's laughing, but it's like,
oh my
what?
God.
He just causes a fucking ruckus.
That's classic.
Well, I don't understand what complex mathematics is, but one time I was in an elevator with Norm MacDonald, and we're in the elevator with these guys, because Norm MacDonald in an elevator is very, he will literally say the worst thing you can say about somebody and then leave, and you're left there with all the people. That's his thing, one of his things. But there's two guys who were talking about some complex mathematic thing. This is in the late 90s at 30 Rock. And they're saying this, I didn't even understand what language it was. It was a really deep mathematic thing. And then Norm MacDonald, who had never brought up math or anything like that to me in his life, goes, and starts speaking to them in this, what sounded like tongues. And they're like, oh, and they start speaking the binary, and he goes, and he starts speaking this mathematic talk, and then they leave. And then he goes to me like, yeah, those guys are nerds or something like that. And I was like, what? How do you know that? How did you know what they were talking about?
How did he know?
He's like,
he's a nerd too.
He knows something deep, he knows these things sometimes.
He's a very smart guy.
Really smart.
Yeah.
One of those guys that just, he'll just pretend not to know something. They'll be like, that's and then you're like, what? Anybody walks in the room, he knows what they're talking about,
Yeah, he's a guy that really should have had a podcast a long fucking time ago, and I know he's doing something now. He sent me a text message the other day that he's starting to do a podcast now. Hey Joe,
I'm doing a podcast.
Doing that thing we talked about. He should have done a lot, because he had that show on Netflix, but they muzzled him when he went on the Howard Stern show.
Right.
And he was saying something, and he didn't want to say retarded, so he said, you'd have to have Down syndrome to believe that, because he thought that'd be a better thing to say.
But here's the thing about Norm. I'm still not sure if he thought that would be a better thing to say.
Right, you never know.
Because he's so smart. He might have been doing it as a double troll.
Yeah.
No, Norm is capable of the double troll. It's like, I don't want to say retarded. Down syndrome.
The double troll, exactly.
Yes, he's the master of that stuff.
I randomly wound up sitting next to him on planes twice. On two different occasions, just I go, Norm, out of nowhere, and he's sitting next to me. And one time, we're sitting there, we're talking, and we're having a good old time. And then he's talking about, I quit smoking. He's telling me how he quit smoking and finally quit smoking. And he's telling me all these things. And then when he lands, he literally, he can't stop himself, runs into the airport store and buys cigarettes. And he's lighting it as he's leaving. I go, I thought you quit. He goes, I did. But all that talking about smoking makes me want one. And he's like, before he even got out the door, he's lighting the cigarette. He just couldn't stop himself.
But I like that he goes, all that talking. He's the one talking about it. All that talking. He always puts it on you. That's what's great about it.
But
he's like, this guy talks about smoking. He got me back smoking.
But it was so crazy, because I was like, that's great, Norm. It's so great you quit. And he's like, fuck, I want a cigarette.
No, he always do I don't drink, I quit drinking. And it was like, oh, really? Did you drink a lot? Yeah. I quit. I finally had to quit, It's hard, but I did it. And they're like, oh. He goes, yeah, because I got fucking wasted last night. And I said, I'm never going to drink again. I was drunk. And people are like, wait, I thought you quit. Yeah, I quit. That's what I'm saying. He's always...
Last night?
Yeah. It's like an elaborate, Abbott and Costello routine.
Yes, exactly. Well, the gambling, too. He fucking loves gambling.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But that's a thing. A lot of these great comics are, really impulsive.
Yeah.
It's something about, the ability to say some of the crazy shit that he says.
Yeah.
It's, you have to have this hot wire.
Yeah.
It's just you just want to touch it. Ah!
Yep. Oh, no, he's one for the books.
Yeah.
On the subject of SNL, and it's sweet when you took over for Norm, and Gilbert and I haven't said anything. Gilbert, I don't know. Have you spoken publicly since Norm passed about him, Gil?
I think I don't know if
We haven't said anything on this show, which we would like to do now. You both knew him well, but the bartender speech when you took over, and obviously it was a very awkward period for you.
Oh God!
To be stepping into that role, and also a friend's job.
Yes, yeah. It was like we lived in the same building too.
You know how you go to your favorite bar and your local bartender isn't there? You ask, where's Jeff? Jeff no longer works here, I'm Steve. And you're thinking, hey, who's this idiot? I like Jeff, but you still want your drink? And even though Steve doesn't mix your drink the same way you're used to, like Jeff, you still like the bar, you don't have to go to a different bar. And even Steve might feel kind of bad because Jeff trained him.
Did he ever say anything to you about that? Did he ever give you a blessing?
He was so he was so classy in not saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
You have that great I'm Steve, what can I get you?
Yeah.
The bartender piece.
Well, I'm Steve. What can I get you?
But I wish it would have stayed the way it was. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, Norm is he's so funny. He was so distinctively funny. You
Nobody
know,
liked him, really.
No, he had his own thing. You know what I mean? He was just very, well, like Gilbert. I mean, they just have their own, they march to their own drummer, even in a business where everybody marches to their own drummer. They both have that, you know, idiosyncratic thing where it just be like, this is how I am, and that's it. And it's great. But, you know, you have to tune to their frequency. You know, it's not like you can just, you know.
You know what's funny about that first update you did? Here's Norm being fired, as we all know, by Don Ohlmeyer,
right?
Because of cutting too close to the bone with the OJ jokes. When in fact he was doing a public service by telling those OJ jokes. And I'm watching you do your first update. There's an OJ joke. It's like the third joke.
Yeah.
In the February issue of Esquire magazine, O.J. Simpson said that if I had killed Nicole, it would have been because I loved her very much. And then he said, and if I had killed Ron Goldman, it would have been because he accidentally witnessed me loving Nicole very much. Somebody should buy this guy a John Gray book, all right?
You shook his hand once? OJ? Getting out of a car?
Well,
he was getting out of a limo?
He was getting out of a limo middle of the afternoon. And I have no psychic energy. I've never had those kinds of things, you know. But for whatever reason, this was in an afternoon. He's getting out of a limo with a girl. It's spring break. It's packed with people. It's Florida. And they're like, hey, do you want to meet OJ? I go, yeah, OJ. He's greatest running back of all time. You know, great, charming movie star. I shake his hand. He shakes my hand. And he's not even looking at me. He's looking past me. And he shakes my hand. And I felt like a joke of like evil. I swear to God.
It's like the Dead Zone.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like. And I was like, that was weird, OJ. I love OJ. Well, that was weird energy, you know.
Wow. So you picked up on something.
I feel like I did, you know. It's, of course, in retrospect, but I remember telling people at the time, so.
I was also fond of, going back to your SNL bits, Colin Quinn explains the New York Times.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the St. Pat's editorial and Joe Blow. You look like you were having fun, and the best stuff is you and Norm together.
That's right. That's right.
There's obviously an affection that comes across on the screen.
Yes, yeah, and that was the early days of it. It was great.
I'm sorry we never managed to get him here. We tried, and for whatever reason, he was as elusive as you.
He's more elusive. He's like,
he was.
I love to do it. I'd love to. You're like, oh, good. How about next week? Yes. What day? And you're like, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, call him and we'll set it up. Next week is perfect because I'm doing this. And you're like, hey, I'll say Norm. Years later, what happened? What? I thought I was going to come on your show. What happened? It's like, oh, Jesus, Norm.
Well, like you say, march to his own drum.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about like someone who stands up against the greats with a singular voice. All you need to hear is one. It's like those great jazz musicians. You can tell the difference between Dexter Gordon and John Coltrane, you know, and just in a few notes, whether it's and Norm Macdonald's one of those guys who would just, you could tell a joke, they could get nothing, and then he could tell that same joke and murder with it, all because of the way his incredible, unique delivery. And there was an innate sense to him of what was funny, and an impeccable timing that was just, the best form of it was for stand-up. Also, conversation. I mean, just to be in a room with him, to be on a plane with him.
As a comedian, then do you learn from each other as far as that goes? Do you kind of like, okay, he told this joke this way, and you kind of like that friendly competition, and who can tell the joke better?
No, it's like tennis. It's definitely like tennis. I mean, you want to play with somebody better than you. And Norm was the funniest guy in the room. Norm wasn't necessarily the one who got always the biggest laughs from the audience, but from the comedians, we knew he was a particular genius, Norm would have this incredible ability to tell a joke and you have no idea where it's going. And then you get lost and you think, oh, I know where this is going. But then the next thing you know, you forget. He was a master of turns and sleight. And last time I performed with him in 2016, I didn't know it was going to be the last time I performed with him. I just found that out in my old pictures, and he was like about ready to light a cigarette, and then he would tell a joke, and then he'd take, and then it was just anything that could be funny, and.
All afternoon, as we do this, you've been playing on and off with a cigarette. Do you smoke?
I quit smoking a year ago.
Good for you.
Thank you. You quit smoking?
Yeah.
And when you smoked at the Tomorrow Show,
we puffed. We didn't smoke. We puffed.
You probably caused many children to start smoking.
So you hold a cigarette and you never light it?
Yes, it helps me. I have an oral fixation, the doctors tell me. That never... I'm like Beretta.
Like he did this thing about this joke, which I just thought it's just genius. He said, you ever find yourself in the middle of a lie and you realize, wait a minute, there's no possible way that I could benefit from this lie. Why am I lying? Like, hey, you see the new Star Wars movie? Yeah. And that's the joke.
I'm trying to become a better person. Try not to lie as much as I used to. You ever lie for no reason, Usually there's a purpose to your lies, but sometimes, just a big lie will spill out of your evil head there. You don't even know why, like, guy will come up to you and go, hey, you ever see that movie with Meryl Streep and the horse? And then you go, yes. Then in the back of your head, you go, what the hell am I lying about over here? I stand to gain nothing by this lie. The hell am I thinking back here in my head?
It's the timing, it's the idea, it's the pause, it's the kind of, he was very proud of the fact that he would always play, he was the smartest guy in the room too, the most well-read, and maybe I would read one book on an author. He read them all.
Yeah.
And, but he always said, these guys are trying to play more than you. The audience don't like that. They don't like that. They want somebody that, Charlie Chaplin was the biggest star in the world because he was less than everybody else. They say, look at that guy. Yeah, my life's tough, but look at that guy. And he's right.
Yeah.
And that was a big influence on me. But I will perform this weekend. I was thinking about not coming out. But I don't know. Norm wouldn't want that. I'm going to go perform and dedicate it to Norm, and I'll do some of Norm's jokes.
Really smart. He was like a math genius, and he was extremely bright. So one time we were doing a show in Biloxi, Mississippi, and I'm not like him at all. Except if you say to me like, you can't say that or talk about a certain thing or don't say that, I'm like, well, now I have to. It's just kind of your instinct as a comic to bug people. Yes.
Right.
Like, don't do that. It really bothers me. And then you're kind of a jerk and they're like, oh, you mean like this? So we were doing a show and I opened for him I did about, I guess, 15 minutes or 20. Then he headlined, but it was for a, what do you call it? when they comp the audience, you know what
Sure.
I mean? For big gamblers, I forget the word.
Yeah.
So there wasn't people paying tickets, but anyway, they did it. We did it. So he's doing the show, and he's very funny, but he's dirty. So all of a sudden, someone yells out, "Well, we don't like that kind of talk." So there's about 400 people there, and he goes, "Well, how many of you don't like that kind of talk?" And it was like practically the whole room. He goes, "Well, how many of you don't mind?" And it was like 20 people. So he goes, or 10 people. He goes, "Well, I'd hate to disappoint those 10 people because the rest of you don't like it." And then he just got dirtier. And I'm just like crying, laughing, because the audience wasn't even laughing, but he just, and that was a typical him.
As you can see, he has wavy hair. It's waving goodbye on account he's going bald.
I remember the joke was like, your face looks like cauliflower. Like you look so ugly, your face looks like cauliflower. And then people would laugh, and Bob was laughing hysterically because, yeah, like a cauliflower.
No, the audience wasn't laughing at all.
No.
They put in laughs afterwards, but I was there on stage.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
I mean, I was there.
I'm like dying laughing,
Yeah, I was there for the ESPY Awards when he hosted. And a lot of ESPN executives were white-knuckling his monologue the entire time. And when he told the joke about Charles Woodson winning the Heisman Trophy.
Great, Manny. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off.
Did they laugh?
Well, there was a lot of, I think, sort of whoa and nervous laughter, and then cutting away to athletes who were just like shaking their heads like they didn't know what to do. They had no idea what to do with their faces, at that time.
Right, it's like that. And he you take a big risk when you do that. I mean, he did that at the casino. We were banned I couldn't work there for 5 years.
Really? Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
He got banned from that casino in Biloxi, Mississippi? For 5 years?
And he was gambling, and he got caught counting cards.
Oh, there's that, too.
Well, I mean...
So the combo...
You know what it was? It was like he was kind of like the Bob Dylan of comedy. He was doing lyrics and words and phrases that nobody else in comedy was using. And it wasn't that he told jokes as much as just told stories in a funny way and had a just funny inflection. It was truly an original. I mean, that was, everybody else wrote jokes. He talked funny. And just having a conversation with him was, even when he told a joke, he did it in such a way you think he was just talking,
Right.
I mean, he talked about. I saw him on a show. This was a joke he told. It was pretty funny. So the guy goes into this. Guy's going to store, and we're going to store. You know how he would just do that weird talking.
Right.
And he says, "Give me a." Says to the clerk, "Hey, give me a Polish sausage." And the guy says, "Oh, are you Polish?" And says, "First of all, it's very insulting. Okay, I come in for Polish. Tell you, I'm Polish." He says, "If I came in and asked for a pizza, would you ask them Italian? If a Chinese food, you say, are you Chinese? Well, why did you ask if I was Polish?" And the guy says, "Because this is a hardware store." And it was. I mean, he told it much funnier than I told it. I don't think it was his joke, but it was one of those jokes that goes around. But when he told it, it was just so hilarious. I mean, and it's so deadpan, and it's such a, you know, him, Bob Newhart, they're just legendary guys, and he was not a guy. You know, I tried to teach him how to drive. I had him on my show, the car show, and we went out to the racetrack out of Willow Springs, right? And like, hey, Norm, we gave him Alfa Romeo, you know. And I go, this is the steering wheel here? Yeah, that's the steering wheel, Norm. Okay, and I'm riding next to him. And he's going 18, 19 miles an hour. He goes, oh, this thing is pretty quick. I go, no, it's not, Norm. You're only going 18 miles an hour. I never knew how he even got around L.A. because he never drove. So this was before Uber or anything, you know.
Right. No, you would always ask friends for a ride. Always.
Yeah. So I said, well, Norm, let me show you what it can do, you know. So I get in the car, I go a little fast. I'm going 25, 30. He's going, hey, whoa, hey, slow down there. Hey, take it easy. Hey, take it. I go, no, we're going 35 miles an hour. We're on a racetrack. There's not even another vehicle on the course. And he was hilarious. And he was,
that's great.
At one point, he got it up to 50 miles an hour. He's like, oh, this is really flying. Hey, we're moving here now. Hey, that whole thing. And, you know, he was just great. He was just great.
Still have your foot on the brake. Going to put it in drive. All right, let's proceed forward.
By pressing the gas.
Yes. Take your foot off the brake.
Just lightly press the gas, right?
There you go. There you go. There you are. And obviously turn the wheel right to go right. Yeah, okay.
My God, I'm a good car driver.
How do you get around L.A. without a driver's license?
Uber?
So Uber must be like a godsend for you, huh?
Yeah. Oh, my Lord. Wait. That's not the...
That's great.
You know what happened there, Jay?
You were going 24 miles an hour.
Was that it?
Yeah, you're going 24.
I confused the brake with the gas momentarily.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a good thing, dude. Well, look, you're going 47 now. This is a new record.
It's a new record, man. This is fun. Oh, my Lord. Wait, Jay? Okay.
You're doing all right.
He was, if you didn't know he was Norm MacDonald, you think he was just some sort of odd character, you know?
Right.
But truly a character in the best sense of that word. He was a great impressionist. He did a great Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, right down where you thought, is that Burt Reynolds?
Hey, check out the podium. Look at this.
Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, that's right. Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Great.
He did a great Letterman. I'd never seen anybody do Letterman. And he did a great Letterman. It was really, really, I think even Letterman was like, whoa, you know.
You got any gum? Crunch.
No, he was.
He was a.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. He did Letterman, and they did a whole send up on of Letterman on that.
You know,
on
the
SNL.
saddest part of it, he's one of those guys. You just couldn't wait for him to become a cranky old man because he was a cranky young man, you know.
Right.
And Norm was one of those guys you just wanted to live forever, just because. As a cranky young man, it was funny. As a cranky old man, it would be perfectly in character, you know. And he could really then get away with anything because he was an old guy, you know.
Absolutely. Well,
it was a private. I don't think. I mean, there may have been cameras there, but I don't think it's going to be repeated or anything. But it was part of the Netflix Comedy Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me to host this thing for Norm MacDonald, and a bunch of people spoke.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to start by telling you the very last words that Norm MacDonald spoke on this earth. He said, "When I go, make damn sure they have a memorial for me. See to it that it's part of a much larger festival promoting a streaming service. Make sure you arrange it hastily and have it early in the morning. Now, damn it, make certain that many of the tributes are on videotape and that Rob Schneider is featured prominently. and finally hold it in a theater in some part of Hollywood frequented by male prostitutes. Norm, we heard you, and we are here.
And everyone was saying really great stuff, and a lot of people were funny. But man, Kevin Nealon had the greatest line, because a lot of us were talking about how brave Norm was, and he really was. He was fearless as a comedian.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Nealon gets up and he says, he's saying very funny things, and he just says, a lot of people up here are talking about how Norm Macdonald was brave in his comedy. I think of it more as a lack of judgment. I was just like, oh my God.
Hey, the great Kevin Nealon was on the show. Who's funnier than Kevin?
I can't think of anyone. Well, Nick Swardson.
Well, I don't know.
I love Kevin. No, Kevin's
Kevin's
the best.
been around forever.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's
I
kind of
love
a hero
Kevin.
of Nick.
Norm had that gear of not caring or wanting, like he would walk rooms. I know Larry Bubbles Brown, a friend of mine from up north. Norm worked a bit, and he could clear the room. San Jose Improv, like at least 300 people slowly walked out. So it's bravery or whatever. I worked with him at the Comedy Store once. It was just one of those nights. Bill Burr was there. It was just he just said the word cock like 200 times.
Right.
This guy's got a cock, right? And a cock. He just knew how funny it was to say that over and over and over. So, of course, the comedians love that kind of comedian. We're all dying.
Right.
But the audience kind of, where do we go with this? And he just went, there's only one Norm.
I need your love. You free my mind. I need your love.
I saw you on Conan once, and you said crack whore and midget several times.
Yeah.
So then I did do a thing, full confession. I did Norm Macdonald as an alarm clock. And it was like, this is what it was. Wake up. Hey, wake up there. There's a crack whore and a midget in your bed. So I just thought that was really funny, right?
What about the other?
We're talking to Courtney Thorne-Smith, who recently came into the news because of her 1997 appearance on Conan, alongside the late, great Norm Macdonald. People resurfaced that clip and the way that everything went off the rails, and it went viral.
Again,
yes.
Yes, it's always been a popular, it's just a classic Norm Macdonald clip. He's so funny.
It is, and it builds really perfectly. It's like a comedy masterclass. But so how did that feel? I mean, you said you just watched it again this morning. How did it feel watching it?
It was so much fun to watch it. I remembered it as being great fun. And I remembered, normally after a talk show appearance, it's kind of like, was it okay? I don't know. It was fine. You know what I mean? But I remember just having so much fun because I'd just been out there laughing.
Right.
And then people would say, was that okay for you? Was that okay? And I thought, to me, watching it, I thought I just looked like someone who was having a wonderful time. He was making me laugh so hard. Conan was
perfect.
lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I authentically was having a great time. I mean, so I thought, so interesting that people say, and Conan, of course, is like, are you okay? Are you okay? I was like, did you not see me? I was laughing so hard. I was crying. I couldn't even breathe. I just thought and I watched it afterwards. And also I've seen him over the years. I'll run into him and they'll check him because maybe a show had just went on. But I watched it and I thought, I was there with Andy and Norm and Conan. And I thought, what a heavenly place to sit. Like, if someone said you get to have dinner with those three guys, we'd say, are you kidding? And you would expect to just sit there and laugh. You wouldn't expect to have deep conversations. You wouldn't expect to get a word in edgewise, but it would be delightful to just sit and laugh. And that's how it felt for me.
And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Well, I think that's what people are responding to is you weren't able to get a word in. It was just, Norm was a steamroller and he was,
The second there was a pause, I think after a while, both it seemed like you and Conan were kind of like, he's coming back in 3.2 seconds and go. And he just kept interrupting. Had you met him prior to that taping that night?
I didn't think so.
Right. I almost think, in a way, it was like, I almost felt like he was trying to flirt with you on camera is that a crazy thought? Just that he was... I think he was trying to impress you.
It was his mating ritual.
Well, I hadn't remembered until I watched it again. He said in the beginning they had a crush on me from the Tom Snyder show, which is also hilarious. So it started off on this lovely note. I mean, you can't, it's not going to get much better than that.
He suckered you in with that, and then it was like,
You know, I don't mind being teased. That's how my family communicates.
Right.
You know, that's how my a group of girlfriends I've been friends with for 30 years. To me, like a generous, loving tease. Now, if he was saying something mean about me, it would have felt differently, but he wasn't.
no, not at all.
It was just funny and light.
Well, you were a guest on Late Night 6 times. So this was somewhere in the middle there, which made me happy too, because I was like, okay, at least you had some other normal appearances on the show as well.
Where you got to talk.
Where you were allowed to
Actually
talk. Yes.
Be interviewed.
It wouldn't have bothered me, though, because, like I said, you know, talk shows. It's this very strange
Right.
thing where you have to talk to a pre-interviewer and you have these set stories and the host sets you up. And
Right.
Conan's so good at this because even though it's set up, you still feel like you're having a conversation. When Norm started going, it just felt like a relief to me. It was like, oh, great, especially when we were talking about chairman of the board, because, you know, that was not, say, a project of great pride for me. And I had to promote it. And I think I was there to promote it. But Conan started with Melrose Place because he probably thought that was more interesting, and then went into chairman of the board. And I was so happy when Norm took it and ran with it because I didn't know what to say. Like, it's one of those things, it read as funny. I had high hopes for it. I did it.
Right.
The experience wasn't great. And I thought, oh, this is not going to be what I'd hoped. Like, you thought, you never know, this could be amazing.
I'm sure that happens a lot, where it's just there's so many levels at which things can go wrong, and you know, even in editing.
Yes, and look, granted, you know, you're doing Carrot Top's first movie. You might say you might have had an idea, but you know, you also don't know. Like Courtney Cox did The Pet Detective, and you know that was with a relatively unknown Jim Carrey, and that turned out amazingly. So I thought, you never know, but I should have thought that probably doesn't happen twice in a row. You probably
Right, in the same year. Probably something you finished filming like a year earlier, so you probably were like, oh my God, I did that movie. I've got to talk about it now. I forgot I did it.
Yes, I think I kind of hoped it would kind of fade away. And then they said, you have this in your contract. You have to go promote it. So I went on Conan, who's a very safe place for me. And like I said, he's my he was my favorite host. I felt the most comfortable there.
And it was 1 a.m, so there was no pressure.
It was 1 a.m. Well, the whole show felt, you know him. He's so lovely as a person and he's so irreverent. And I thought, well, I can just go in here and have a nice time at least. And then I'll be done. I'll do my duty. And then Norm started, and it was just a gift. It was just great. You do it. You do it. Rock on. And I got to just sit there and laugh. I was beside myself. I was so happy.
That's great.
And he did really get word out on the movie.
I know. I was going to say it was probably the best promotion that the movie got.
Well, it wasn't really. It wasn't great promotion, but you know, the movie wasn't going to sink or swim based on promotion or not. It was just, it was going to sink is the truth of what was going to happen. And but I got to have a really fun talk show appearance, and it happened once before. I did the Tonight Show, and I was talking about my sister's wedding, and I did a bit about my dad telling a joke as we were walking down the aisle, and Don Rickles was there, and Don Rickles started riffing on my dad being insane, and why was he at the wedding? Shouldn't he have been in a home? And he just went off on my dad, and people said, "Was your dad upset?" I was like, "Was my dad upset?" It was a highlight of his life. He never stopped talking about it. Don Rickles teased him. He was beside himself. So we both got to be teased by comedians we really admire.
That's great.
So were you already a fan of Norm's, or were you aware of Norm at all?
I was a fan. I'm a comedy nerd. I always have been. So I was a big fan going in. So it was fun to just be there and sit next to him, and thrilled to have him take over my interview.
Get the Norm treatment.
Yeah.
That was the tail end of him hosting Weekend Update, because I think he left the show SNL later that year. So it timed out nicely. And yeah, he was riding that wave of, being the Weekend Update host, which was
where he was brilliant, obviously.
Great. So a lot of times I think he'd be like a last minute booking sometimes, because he'd be in the building, and it's just like that. Conan was mentioning this, that if someone dropped out or something, you can get Norm down, which is like usually a step up sometimes, wow, you have Norm coming in. And a lot of times Conan had no idea what he was going to say or do, which
Yeah.
Made it all exciting.
Yeah, and he could trust him, right? He knew it was going to be funny.
Right.
He knew it was going to be interesting. Well, also, don't you think, I feel like he works on a different time frame than the rest of us.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's one of the great things. His timing is so funny. And when you said, you know, in the interview with me and Conan and him, he was like, there'd be a pause, and then there'd be like, he would come in at just the end of the pause. Like, his timing was so extraordinary that you never knew when you were talking to him when the break was going to be, when the punchline was going to be, and you don't care. You just kind of go. And he did, you know, I saw him on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Yeah.
Right.
I felt the same way. I thought, oh, he's just having a lovely time. He's just in the moment, in his own world, his own time, having a wonderful time. He doesn't seem nervous. He doesn't seem like he has to perform.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. He'd take over and change the timing of whatever was going on and kind of turn it in, you're right, to norm time.
Norm time.
Yes.
And you were literally kind of had to just be in his thrall and go along for the ride. And he would always just, you know, stick the landing. It was always great.
Because he was so interesting. Like, it wasn't, I didn't feel like I was fighting for stage time. It was like he was talking and everything stopped and we all just stopped and looked at him till he was done because it was the most interesting thing in the room.
Yeah.
Right? Luckily I didn't think, he's taking my time, I need to compete. It didn't even occur to me. I just thought, oh my God, Norm MacDonald is talking.
Right.
This is amazing.
And I don't remember any other example on late night where he would just kind of take over like that during someone else's interview. It was just...
Yeah, I wonder if he felt bad after that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think but like as I was saying, when they saw the shot, it had all of us in it. You know, Andy, Norm, me, and Conan.
Yep.
So it was like we're all there together, hanging almost like we were a panel, and we were all there together.
Well, and I love, you can really see that Conan doesn't know what's coming. I mean, and I know Conan loves that too, when things get derailed, and he's like, all right, we're throwing the note cards out, and now we're just following this new thread. But yeah, you can really see it, the joy that he's like, what's about to come out, and how am I going to react to that?
Well, and I think the reason that chairman of the board final joke is so memorable is because Conan tees it up. Like, you know, he goes, what's the name of the movie? And you're like, chairman of the board. And then he just turns to him and goes, do something with that, you freak. Like,
what's the movie going to be called?
Well,
Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
She's in it. What about my career? Courtney Thorne Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for Courtney.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D. I make mistakes. I'm not it takes a big man to admit that he makes mistakes. I'll tell you that right now. A big man to admit that he makes mistakes. A small man would not admit that he makes...
That's a huge...
It's a snake! What can you tell us about this snake, ma'am?
Well, did I mention that he bites?
Yes!
Okay. Well, other than that, he can swim in the water, and he's a very good swimmer. He'll hold his breath for up to an hour.
You don't say. He bites, huh?
Wow. It's really big.
Well, that's because this guy over here is albino.
Albino. Everyone makes fun of him. Oh, look at that. Him and Adam Egan seem to be kicking it off.
All right, okay.
Okay, well, we really have to be talking to Simon Hedberg, you know. It's been quite a terrifying surprise. There we go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. I wish those animals never existed.
It was way cooler than those dogs.
Yeah. Do you know, if it wasn't for those animals, we'd all be living in a garden. I'll tell you, that's the last time we have any animal handlers on this show.
I thought it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. With the, no, I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know why I'm saying all this. We'll be back after the break with the great Simon Helberg. Ow, ow, my leg!
You all right? What the fuck, man?
The snake's out. The snake, Michelle, come get the snake.
Norm?
Grab the snake.
Norm, you all right?
Grab the snake.
My calf is all purple, and I have 2 red puncture marks on it.
Yeah, it's probably from where the snake bit you.
That's probably from where the snake bit me?
Yeah.
Duh. Duh. Hey, Adam.
Yeah.
You remember earlier when you said that's probably from where the snake bit me? Duh.
You have about 9 minutes and 15 seconds.
Oh, God.
Well, hold on. It's important. It says here it's important to remain calm, and you need to get your heart rate down. Let's check your pulse.
So you're telling me that I have 9 minutes to live because snake venom is coursing through my heart. And at the same time, you're telling me this would be a good time to remain calm.
Yeah.
Duh.
I gotta suck out the venom.
Oh, no, okay, let's do it.
All right, give me your calf.
It's right on the calf there.
All right.
Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you suck that venom out. That's nice. Suck it out good. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, yeah, you fucking like that, huh? You like sucking that fucking pre-venom? Huh?
No.
Huh?
No, I don't like it at all.
No,
I'm just trying to help you out.
No, I understand that, but I mean, I meant to say thank you.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth load of it. I'll fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt. You fucking whore. Wow.
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helberg. You fucking sit down. We're back. That was Andy Digley you just saw dancing with Sharna Burgess. That was your dancing partner.
Yes. She's new.
She is?
New to the, she was in the troupe. She's new to Dancing with Stars.
Yeah.
Like
well, you were the last star on that show. I don't know the rest of the people. It seems, you know what I mean? This was.
I know what you mean, but
yeah. Not just now. I watched you on the show every week because I had actually had a bet.
You did?
Yeah, I had bet that you would win. I had bet that you would win.
True.
You did?
Yeah,
you would have won a lot of money if you put money on it.
Were you a long shot?
I was the dark horse, I think it's called in Vegas.
You were?
Oh, yeah.
But I said, well, he's a physical comic. He'll definitely be able to dance, and he's in very good shape.
Yeah. The minute you put money on it, that was the second I knew Andy doesn't have a chance.
No, I didn't bet in Vegas.
This guy's never won it.
When you're with the girl, it must be very hard not to be physically attracted to her during the training sessions. How's that go?
Well, first of all, she's the hottest one.
Yeah, she's incredibly
the hottest one in the troupe. Or
Is she single?
In the company. She's not single. She has a boyfriend.
That's never bothered you.
Never stopped me.
Do you have to have sexual chemistry to dance together in the first place?
I wouldn't be a man with manly parts if I didn't, have feelings. I started getting feelings. I mean, very first time we were put together, she had to keep saying to me, "You feel this part of you, my pelvis, and mine, they have to be touching."
Whoa.
She had to explain it to me.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend's awesome, and her boyfriend is a famous choreographer.
Yeah.
Named Paul.
So if she wouldn't fuck you, maybe he would.
Try to get them both together. They're both great. And so, because when we first started dancing, I was holding her because our first thing was what, a foxtrot, and it was in hold and with your frame, and we have to have our knobby parts. Yeah, I was dancing with her like a 13-year-old at a dance. Like I didn't want to touch my penis to her. It was, you're not supposed to.
Right. Huh. You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. Put a few drinks in me and there's lawsuits.
I just thought of a good show. Fucking with the Stars.
Now that I would win.
Who would not watch
right
that?
to the top.
I would watch that.
You good at fucking? You're probably good at fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what show I would like to go on? Eating strawberry shortcake with the stars. Drinking gravy with the stars.
Is it hard?
But you remind me of a guy that's good at fucking.
I love it.
Fucking and sucking.
It's like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
May I say something about
Yes,
that?
yes.
One of the Dancing with the Stars people is a Beverly Hills housewife. How is she a star? And then Winona Ryder comes out, Winona Judd.
Yeah.
And she's dancing. I don't mind seeing hefty women dance.
Sure, you
But
love
I don't want to see it on television.
Where do you want to
What
see
I would
it?
do on that show is I would make sure that on the side they had an Indianapolis pit crew. And during her dance, she would come over and they'd change her underwear and her shoes.
Yeah.
And then she would go back out and finish the dance.
But where do you like to see hefty women dance?
In the circus. That's where I like to see hefty women. Who the hell wants to see hefty women dance?
No, I know.
No, her partner can't believe it.
Yeah, but
Wait till he has to lift her up. Good luck on that one, my friend.
But I'm rooting for Andy Dick.
Yeah, I like Andy.
Yeah, you know.
Andy's he's been through a lot of hell.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Can I say one thing now?
He had substance abuse problems.
A lot of them.
Like Adam Egret.
I have had. Is that an intro into Adam's substance abuse problem?
Yeah.
Hard to not drink on this work. No, not here, because nobody drinks.
You think
here.
this probably means I'm fucking sucking some of his cock, right? But it's taking Ready Whip and spraying it in my mouth.
See, that's how.
Remember the day before the lockdown, Norm had some set that went viral. It was a cookie jar dunk. I remember, like, me and my buddies in Ohio were all like, yo, did you see this Norm MacDonald set? It was on YouTube, probably still on there. He destroyed. And he even
right. At the Improv,
yeah,
right?
we're
When
all
he
gonna
talked about
die
the pandemic.
It was a
Incredible.
cookie jar dunk, and you could tell it was off the rip, and it was all that, all the anxiety that the day before the whole world goes into lockdown.
Yeah.
And he was just on some fuck it, and it felt so good. Again, it made me feel like everything's gonna be fine.
I wasn't going to talk about the coronavirus. But on the way here, I got really ill. But I think it was because I ate a cherry pie. Like, I got a cherry pie from Bristol Farms, and I ate it, and then the car was going weird, and I was like, oh. And then he turned on the radio, Jeremy, and then all the fucking news was like, the guy was like, well, there's been so far 11 cases, 50. 200. I don't feel good. You're like, oh, this is not good. So my plan is just to not die. Survive long enough where they find a cure. Some people will have to die. But finally they'll find a cure for me. And then I'll thank all those. It's funny how Big Pharma is so evil till now. It's like, what's it, $200 a pill? Yeah, that's good. That's fine. I'll take. Give me all you got. It's funny that we all now know how we're going to die. It's just a matter of what order at this point. Oh, I can't touch my fucking face. Remember the good old days when washing your hands didn't take 3 hours? Like A, B, C, D. Just take me now. So the mind never wanders too far from, Like I'll be talking about all kinds of horse shit up here tonight, but every moment I'll be thinking of this disease. Just to let you know. But it comes at a good time, this, where we're all quarantined, because we know how to live like that, right? We got our fucking magic phones and computers and everything. We don't need no fucking people. It was the last step between us and happiness anyway, we're people. Got the TV and shit. Fucking more interesting people than anybody I know. Listen to fucking First Take and spend my last moments on Earth with Max Kellerman.
We hate the most.
But I'm old anyway, so if I die, it won't be as much of a tragedy. I'm 68 years young, I like to say. Yeah. You get old and you start worrying anyway, Forget the coronavirus, like that's possible. But it was a good idea you made. It was a good choice tonight to come out and sit beside total strangers. At least I'm over here. I can run, At least I can flee when I see it.
Why did you leave Indiana?
Because I had worked at a television station for 5 or 6 years, and I was getting tired of that. I mean, it was fun being on TV. And then I went to a radio station and worked there for a year, and that was right during Watergate. And people would call up and ask me questions about Watergate. I didn't know. I couldn't answer it. But I met Richard Nixon.
No, you didn't.
Yes, after he left office.
How does it come about that you meet Richard Nixon?
We had a guy who worked on our show, Frank Gannon, who had worked with Diane Sawyer as they were speechwriters for the Nixon administration. And Frank had maintained a nice relationship with the former president, and he was on the Today Show talking to Bryant Gumbel. And so he said to me, after we got done taping our show, he said, Bryant Gumbel is taping these interviews with Richard Nixon. Would you like to come up and meet him? And I said, yes, of course I would like to come up and meet him. Now, a friend of mine had been on our show named Jeff Altman. And Jeff Altman loved Richard Nixon, loved everything about him, loved what he looked like, loved what he sounded like. He was fascinated by Richard Nixon. So I said, hey, Jeff, let's go up and we'll meet Richard Nixon. And he said, oh my God, yes. So we go up there. Now it's Frank, myself, Jeff Altman. And we walk in, and there was a little green room waiting area. And Richard Nixon jumps to his feet, and my first impression was he was a taller man than I thought. He seemed to be about 6 feet tall, and I always envisioned him as sort of hunched over and such. But he was tall, and the other perhaps greater surprise was he was very charming. Oh, Frank! He was so happy to see Frank, and he patted Frank on the shoulder and this and that, and we introduced everybody around and. Jeff Altman, and he was talking about Angels baseball and about how much he loved Carney Lansford, and it was going quite well. And then Frank said to the former president, Mr. President, what are they talking to you about? He said, it's the usual deep throat. It's not much of a Nixon. Yeah. They want to know who Deep Throat was. And so he's just kind of fumphering around about Deep Throat, but in a jocular fashion. Mm-hmm. And then after that sort of settled down, he looked at Frank right in the eyes and he said, "It wasn't you, was it, Frank?" And it was just, for my friend Jeff, for me, for everybody, it was delightful.
Because he was serious.
Yeah. Who knows if he was serious? I don't know.
Was it you? Was it Frank? You don't know Frank Gannon?
I know Jeff. I know Jeff.
It's so bizarre to think of Frank Gannon as deep.
Yeah.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I was a broken apart by you.
It says now when Howard Hunt and G. Gordon Liddy broke into the Watergate Hotel, they were wearing wigs and listening devices. And Richard Nixon goes, well, I suppose you could say they were wearing listening devices, or perhaps you'd call them hearing devices. And wigs. You want to do some jokes, David?
Fuck, something, yeah.
Well, here's a very, what do you call it? When a joke is just ripped from today's headlines.
We have to explain on how the joke's
Topical. After being drafted in the 7th round by the Rams, Michael Sam kissed his boyfriend. The celebration didn't end there because on ESPN2 there was full insertion. This is a joke.
That's good.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
No, this is a good performing joke.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, I don't feel great. I gave it something.
Yeah.
Are these left over from when you did updates?
We are living in a golden age.
I go, can we just tell people we went in the behind and we don't have to really do it?
The behind.
I'm trying to clean up your fucking show. We're living in a golden age of Adam masturbating to interracial granny porn.
Gary told you that one in confidence. That's fine.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
It used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it, really. Do you write these for real? These come from the fucking YouTube subscribers or whatever.
Oh, you know the search for the Malaysian Airlines? Did you hear about the latest?
I heard it was missing.
Well, did you hear about the latest?
No.
Here, it's on this card.
Oh, okay. The search continues. In related news, a plane was spotted by some cavemen in the year 365 BC. I don't totally get it.
This
back in time
is the final joke. In my hand.
Thank God. Are we getting the wrap up?
I may not have book smarts, but you know what I have? Supermarket flyer smarts. You know where I got them? From reading a lot of supermarket flyers.
That can't be one of the jokes, is it?
Jesus.
Dude.
Did you ever think?
I smell a mass firing. Is this going to go down as a test show?
No.
You better fucking air it.
Listen, did you ever think that I wanted to...
Jesus Christ. Test show, test show.
Final joke.
It's growing on me.
From David Spade, a man in Chippewa. A man in Chippewa.
Did you help me like with
Well,
that
just
one? A man in Chippewa allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor it would help him become rich. Is it me or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots? That's pretty. I'm glad you saved that for that.
And then when I see your stand-up periodically, I go out, well, God rest his soul, Norm. But remember you and I and Norm recently.
Oh,
that was the last time I saw Norm.
That for sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe me too, because he wouldn't during Corona, he didn't say what was going on. So he just say, I can meet in a week. And he goes, I go, all right, we'll go to this restaurant. Outside? I go, no, I mean, you can come to my house.
There.
But we did this fucking gig, me and Dennis, in Oklahoma.
You guys played that big giant
Yeah,
casino in Oklahoma?
Yeah, right up an hour south of
Dallas.
TriStar.
Yeah.
I think it's
Do we
called
take a
TriStar.
plane or something?
Yeah,
all of
and
us
we
together?
just laughed. So
Can you imagine us three idiots?
Oh, yeah, you guys took, Norm, I remember you guys talking about this.
So
gig.
listen, I had a headache, Dennis, right? So my neck was all fucked up as per usual. So we're driving over there, and Norm goes, "Do you want anything?" And he's clutching like a falcon. He's got like some prescription bottle. I go, "Oh, I think I'm all right." And he goes, "Do you want fentanyl?" I go, "Fentanyl?" And
That's very Norm.
I go, isn't that the one everyone ODs on? He goes, "Yeah, but you just dose. You don't overdose." I go, "Oh, okay." I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Was he kidding, or
I don't
was
know.
it real?
That's the.
That you can't tell with
Norm was like Andy Kaufman if he could have written jokes. You know, it wasn't all. Unless I loved Andy, but it was theater pieces. Norm was like that.
Yeah.
But he had such
Weirdo
an
with
agile.
jokes.
You know, the first time I heard about Norm was I was doing HBO. No, I had a talk show that was syndicated.
Oh yeah.
And somebody said that there was a new kid from Canada, and they had glimpsed him at the Improv. And I said, well, he said, his name's Norm MacDonald. I think it was Eddie Feldman told me this. And I said, well, tell me, what's he like? And he said, I just remember one joke. Remember he used to do that great joke about, I feel sorry for the homeless guy, but I really feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because, you know, the dog's thinking, this is the longest fucking walk. I mean, do we go in anywhere? Because I could do this on my own. I laughed so hard at that joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself pretty well here, you know. For the longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
That's one of his best ones.
I say, well, see if he wants a gig if he's new in town. So they call Norm, and you know how they always say, put together a packet. And this made me laugh. This is the midwife joke that makes me laugh. Eddie says, Norm says he won't do packets. And that word sounds so,
it's so
it
funny.
sounds grim, like you're a taskmaster when you say, I want a packet of jokes. He said, but I'll send one joke and you can make a determination. So he said, remember the joke he did about Dahmer, where he essentially reads the UPI wire copy of the Jeffrey Dahmer trial, and it's so grim. I mean, it could not be grimmer. It's like Hieronymus Bosch sort of, and he disemboweled the young boy and ate the entrails, you know, all that stuff. And it gets to the end of the joke, and Norm says, in his defense, Dahmer said he started it. It's
So,
such a Norm.
hire him on the spot.
Hired him on the spot.
Yep.
Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was attacked and killed by another inmate this week. Just before the fight, Dahmer threatened, hey, don't mess with me, pal. I used to eat guys like you for breakfast.
Well, I can tell a joke.
Go for it. Yeah, please do. Please. Yeah.
There was a little boy in school named Dirty Johnny. Now, he's not dirty in this joke, but he'd always be a hellion in class, and the teacher didn't think much of him. So the teacher has a project, or not a project, but an in-class thing. And they go again. She says, now, this is what you're going to do here, class. I want you to stand up. I want you to stand up and tell the class what a story from your life, and then afterwards say the moral to that story. So a girl puts up her hand. Yes, Becky, what's your story? So Becky stands up. She goes, my dad works for the hatchery here in town, And what happens was he got about 15 eggs, and he put them all in one basket, all in the same basket. So he put all his eggs in one basket. And he put it on the horse and buggy and drove back home. And by God, Becky says, the bouncing and all the eggs broke. Well, that's a good story, the teacher says, but what would the moral be to that? Becky says, well, the moral is, don't put all your eggs into one basket. But goddamn, says the teacher, that's a good one. Anybody else? Marjorie puts up her hand. Marjorie, what's your story? She says, well, my dad works for the hatchery, as most, all of us. Thank God for the hatchery. She says, or we'd all be lost. But anyways, my dad knows that eggs become chickens. And so he was counting his chickens, and he added in the eggs, you see. And then he put them on a horse and buggy to go to town, and they all broke. Well, what's the lesson to that? The teacher says. She can't understand. And she says, well, don't count your chickens before they hatch out of an egg. So the teacher says, that's a great one, too. Anybody else? Well, wouldn't you know, Dirty Johnny has his hand up. So the teacher's like, holy God, I don't want it. But on the other hand, I made an oath to every child, should I suppose I gotta. All right, Dirty Johnny, what do you have to say? Johnny stands up. Stories about my Uncle Terry. He never worked at the hatchery. On account he was in Vietnam, and he got disability. He don't even like people work at the hatchery. But the story happened far from these shores, in a little town called Da Nang. Terry was not well liked. His whole troop left him, abandoned. And he woke up in the weeds, and all they left him with was 3 bottles of Jack Daniels, some weapons. Terry stood up and downed 1 bottle right away. Said, if I'm going out, I'm going out. He took his Balishnikov and a couple of Glocks and his 2 bottles, and away he went. He found a town. And he didn't know if it was Charlie or if it was one he was sent to protect. But all he knew was he had hate in his gut. So he started firing. And he fired the Kalashnikov with an arcing kind of, like a farmer would with hay, with a scythe. And sure enough, the men fell like hay before him. And then the women, and by God, I'm ashamed to say it, but then the children. And finally, all was left was Uncle Terry standing in the mud and the blood and the glory. And he touched his pants, and it was wet, and he said he was ashamed. He felt shame, Uncle Terry, for he'd pissed himself. Well, he touched it again. It was not urine at all, but ejaculate. And Uncle Terry felt pride where shame once was. And the teacher's like, good Christ, what kind of a story is that? What the hell is the moral to that? Well, he says, when Uncle Terry's been drinking, you don't fuck with him. Now, especially if you work at the hatchery. Now, listen. So listen, guys, this has been fun, hasn't it?
This has been probably my favorite.
Been good. It saves me a trip to my senile uncle. So that's.
Sorry about that. And with the Pope in New York City, some of the New York City's greediest and most heartless con men are getting rich selling fake tickets to the Mass in Central Park. Don't I know it? Look at all, look here. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. And in Polk City, Florida, a man had his stolen car returned, but the cremated remains of his father, I say the cremated remains of his father, are still missing. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. That's right. A Minnesota man is being sued by a woman who claims that he promised to marry her, but called off to the wedding after he convinced her brother to give him a kidney. Don't I know it? A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm joking. And, I don't really sell drugs to children. And now... This Easter Sunday, here, you want to read this one time?
Yeah.
This seems like more of your kind of joke. You can do it in the camera if you want, whatever you want to do.
This Easter Sunday, Snoop Dogg gets to say, Christ is risen.
There you go. Have make it.
Warning to the Easter Bunny, don't put all your eggs in one basket, fella. You handpicked these. We wear new clothes on Easter to represent Christ's triumphant appearance to the stunned apostles in his sharp two-button blazer by Hugo Boss. The fuck?
I don't know about that one. In the coffee shop line today, I hear the guy behind me say, I like to start by biting the ears off, and I had to pray, please, God, let him be talking about a chocolate Easter bunny.
I'm just wondering you're always worried. What are you working on right now?
I am just finishing a project. This is one of the biggest projects I have ever done. It's amazing. It's a spectacular film.
What kind? Is it a drama? A comedy, probably?
No, it's an adventure. It's action, science fiction.
Wow.
It's amazing.
This is a big budget movie?
Huge budget. I can't even quote the price.
What? Who's directing it?
It's the guy with the glasses. He sits in the front of the Lakers games. Spike Jones.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, that's it. And there's some comedy, so it's co-directed by Woody Allen. They brought him in to co-direct the comedy scenes. Bruce Willis tries to save us. But if
Isn't there a lot of African Americans as in a Spike Lee movie?
There's plenty of them. Yeah. But what we try to do is... these are not the ones that don't speak English.
Yeah.
So they CGI them in.
The black people.
Yeah. But we got Steve McQueen in
There's a director, Steve McQueen?
Yes.
There's 3 directors involved. You're in a Bruce Willis vehicle where you're playing the Bruce Willis role as Woody Allen?
No, I don't try to do it. Woody Allen is directing the undead who are trying to crash into Earth.
Now,
and then I get in a fight with Sylvester Stallone, of all people. Anyway, the Stallone brothers challenge me.
Shut-ins?
We're going to get DVDs.
The Stallone brothers? Frank
Stallone.
Frank Stallone's in this movie.
Well, why would that surprise you? I'm beginning to think that this is not even true.
It sounds a little outlandish.
April Fools. I missed the April Fools show you did. So
we never...
We should go our separate ways, but now you're back.
Take a break?
Yeah.
Take a break.
Stay around? Oh,
No,
stay
we're
here.
not
Okay,
taking a
okay.
break.
I thought you were
No,
taking
no.
a break.
Did some of my eyes say we should take a break?
Yeah. You ever go on a talk show? You're talking to me, you're the
Yeah,
guest,
yeah.
I'm the talk show host, and then they're looking off at the camera going,
Oh, that's the worst. While you're talking?
yeah.
While you're telling
Is
your
that right? Is
anecdote.
that right? All right, we're gonna take a break.
Well, we also have to take a break.
Are you kidding me?
It says it right on the monitor.
We have no
Really?
sponsors.
Oh, I thought we do have a sponsor, right?
You know what's amazing that I didn't
We
know?
have no sponsors.
I just got word they have to take a break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great. Well, let's take a break.
All right. Let's take a break.
Say it to the camera.
How do you take it?
Let's take a break.
And that's it. That does it?
All right, let's take a break. And,
yeah, you hold up another card, and I'm going to take the training wheels off your balls. You are so old that it's
trash
not right.
talk when we come back.
Okay, we'll take a break, and then we'll do the joke off.
No, we're not doing the jerk off.
Joke?
Oh, it's a joke off.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
wildly
doing it.
different.
We're
yeah.
not doing it.
You don't think you can take them?
It's got nothing to do with it.
Good Christ, look at the time, man. We got to do jokes.
Oh, shit. All right,
Can we go to
we have to
commercial
go to
now?
commercial, yeah.
Okay.
Afterwards, we're going to do jokes.
All right.
You want to read some jokes?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you don't even have to think of them. I just read them.
I like it.
Why are we talking about being gay so much?
You brought it
He's
up.
trying to clean it up. I have a question. I saw that you were kicked out of the Avian Porn Awards for being too offensive.
Yeah.
We're going to find out that story after we take a break.
Good. I have to pee. I have to go to the bathroom. And I'm gonna get more coffee. Do you guys want any?
Yeah, I think that we should really talk about dirty work when we come back.
Oh,
I want
okay.
to talk a lot about dirty work when we come back, but they keep.
You got sponsors?
Yeah, we have
Okay,
sponsors.
okay.
Who's the sponsor?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Then we'll get
okay.
into dirty work.
Fair enough.
I got a lot of good stories.
So
Who's the
say
sponsors?
we'll be back or something.
Yeah, there's the camera's on you. All right, when we come back, dirty work.
So we will return to talk more about Fred Willard's grandson.
No. Let's concentrate on me.
Your asswipe producer just held up a sign, let's take a break. Where are we going? We're talking to 6 people. You know, we could get on a bus right now, the 3 of us, and yell out the window and reach more people.
We got to take a break time, but when we return, Todd Glass will read from his book.
No, I won't.
Stoned out of his fucking mind. We'll be back.
My favorite host, they all mean something different. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you what story about this hat. Do you go to commercials?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to go to commercial? I see some signs. Do you want to do it now?
We'll be back.
Oh, yeah. And we'll talk about my hat when I get back. We'll be back after we mop ourselves.
Fuck! And now the whole set went quiet, and you hear people going, Santa just said fuck. Santa has just said fuck. And all these kids froze, and then they had a Disney guy. He said fuke. Fuke. It's a Swedish word. Means take a break.
We're supposed to take a break. And so he thought when you said take a break, that I would go, speaking of taking a break. Hey, you want to do some jokes,
On the
Rosanna?
baseball.
I have jokes.
Okay.
Well, we have to take a.
No, we're not going to take a
before-
break.
Oh, okay.
Fuck the break.
No, we're going to just do jokes.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Here's some Xanax.
Really? How many should I take?
Well, they get you very
One?
sleepy.
I better take only a half.
Oh, right now, just take a half.
Okay. I don't know why.
You know, you should have married
Yeah. Who?
Sid Youngers.
I know, right?
We'll be back with Rosanna after the Xanax kicks in.
I always get anxious when I'm on a plane and I see a much bigger celebrity than me, and I think, well, if this goes down,
Is that
I'm going to
almost
get mentioned.
every
I'm going to be
flight?
like small print almost every flight. Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in a second.
Know the end this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I may act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I know.
Are we going to commercial? Daniel says we're going to commercial.
We gotta take a break.
We'll be back with the ever funny Adam Egan.
You know, I went to a tennis match in Indian Wells.
Yeah.
And I saw Rafael Nadal play. He's my favorite.
Rafael Nadal. Explain to the folks who Rafael Nadal is.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
No, of course, Rafael
Yes,
Nadal. I'll
but-
explain.
okay.
Rafael Nadal is a tennis player, only 26, but seemingly beyond his
player.
prime.
Great player.
Abs like
Great play, but here's the thing.
You like his
Every
abs?
single
You seen his
time
abs?
he serves and returns, he picks his underwear out of his ass.
He does?
Yes.
I've never heard
There's
that.
a
I've never
video
seen
of it.
that.
Show it. I brought
There's
it.
a video of that?
Yes, I brought it.
Well, how could that?
Let me roll that off the schneid.
What?
It's too much bread and butter.
You can't do that in public.
This man is a genius.
That's all he does.
What if he was a dentist? Hello?
Oh!
Hello?
Oh, he smelled it.
my
Oh, what was that all
God.
about?
You know what I was thinking, though?
Do you remember the girl that got stabbed?
Know that in this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm not.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
Yeah, you sweat
like
yeah.
a whore in church. I don't mean to be
What?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
Whore in church.
yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats because
Sweating like a Chris
the
Dorner
Lord-
in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just.
That's racist.
Oh, good morning, whores. Listen, Mary, let me talk to the whore. Is she around? Who? The whore. I think her name was Leeka or Lisi or something. It was one of them weird names.
I want to kill Leisha.
Well, she better be careful then. Hey, wait a minute. Leisha, that's the whore. No, you can't kill her. Listen, Margaret, put on the whore. No, I thought she was a whore. I could have got my nose bit off by a Saigon whore. Got some news for you, whore. I'm packing up and moving out of this dump. I'm fine. Broads like you are a dime a dozen. I'll see you in hell, baby. That's still cute? Mm-hmm. Did I say baby? I meant dirty whore. Hey, Shelley. Shelley, don't forget that old saying about firemen. Don't be such a huge whore. Well, yeah, but you get the idea, right? That she was a huge whore?
Yes, I got that.
She also said, don't fall for any old whore like your daddy did. Lori, I mean, you have to admit, you come off a bit of a whore in this whole thing. Hey, well, don't forget your huge collection of Mardi Gras beads, whore. Who do you love?
Kevin.
Kevin, you gold-digging whore! Look, Taylor, I don't think you understand. You're a huge whore. Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in. We share.
There's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
Wins the lottery.
wins the lottery. You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore.
That was amazing. You pulled it out. I was worried about you for a minute. I thought you were in deep trouble. I thought you might get backed into a corner, have a lot more pressure on you, and then not have anything.
I know.
But the pitch came in low and towards the middle, and you put it out of the park.
No, I didn't.
What are you talking about? When people hear crack whore, they just start laughing. That's just the reaction people have. It's got birds fly in and sing a song. Crack whore.
Have you met Norm MacDonald before?
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I mean I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Oh, Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did
That
the
was
season before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him one week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high, Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And
Sure.
he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm MacDonald says now,
right?
You say yes.
Yeah. Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on,
right?
And I was hosting, so I still have to go up there and bring you up, and I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, that's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this. And so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high, I go, I'm just going to bring you up. I'm not going to do any time. I'm just going to bring you up. And he's like, no, do a couple minutes. And I go, no, please, just let me just bring you up. And he goes, no, do 5 minutes. This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little, do a little time in between.
You need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, okay. So I went up there, and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set, so I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. And when I told a joke...
so you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been...
No, the audience didn't know.
They didn't know.
So I would just tell...
okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself, I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes,
Okay.
and I walked on stage, and I would tell a joke, and then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out. And then I just said, ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald. And I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way. and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint. Right. But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school and middle school all over again.
And he's my hero, so I just, for me, I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying, and then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up, and he started to tell the joke he opened with, and I started to freak out. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They thought he was being Norm.
Sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And
that bit usually kills.
And then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot." And he goes, no. And then he looks at me and he goes, this is your fault. And I never got to work with him again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm MacDonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
you'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
And have you heard that bit?
Watch Norm MacDonald roast. Who was he roasting?
It was Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Your head looks like a cauliflower or something like that. I'm not going to do the bit, but yeah, go back.
Oh, why
It
not?
smells like a fucking pot dispensary in here.
Oh, Norm, let's stay on track here. Let's stay on track. So it's been hard for me to get on.
I feel like I'm high.
It's getting Norm.
You know what I'm
high.
saying? I'm making sense.
It's not you, is it?
No.
No, I'm not going to. Let's move the show in a good order here.
But you seem different.
Let me. Okay, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out of order.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't
I'm going to remember this.
It's legal. It's legal.
Okay, it has to do with what you just did.
Medicinal marijuana is legal.
The most painful thing in the world for me is, and I realize, and it's so true, one of the most, not physical pain, but just mental pain, is waiting to talk. And that's what I was doing out there. You're outside there, they're talking, but you're waiting to talk.
That's not all you were doing outside. It's legal. It's legal.
I almost don't want to admit this because it makes him look so bad.
No, but
he made me smoke pot, America. This is the truth. I don't believe in God, but my truth. My truth. Outside, he goes, come on, you'll smoke. I'm like, if you want me to smoke, I'll smoke. I didn't plan on it because I get chat. People that smoke pot more than you think, you're always fighting with them when you go, I only smoke pot 4 times a week. You're just saying it casually. They're like, you smoke more than that. Like, relax. What are you afraid? I'm not admitting I'm like you.
4 times a week seems like a lot.
Does it really?
A little.
Look into my eyes.
I'm serious. I'm very serious.
No, I don't know who Bill Boggs is. The name sounds familiar. Oh, shut up. What are the odds smoke came billowing out of my mouth after a half an hour? Really? You think your audience is that dumb? They're going to sit home and go, oh, my God, Todd Glass, a half an hour into his interview, smoke came billowing out of his mouth. Do you think we stopped saying N-rig, which means, or N-rich, or nigger-rich, or nigger-rig, which were terms that some people are going, were they terms? Because, well, it's a fine. Or do you think we just shouldn't use people?
Or what they say when you, stop with that joint there, you're getting spit on it.
So, no, hold on a second.
Huh?
So most people would say that we stopped those things because it was egregious.
Yes.
I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I know.
And so you have to say.
I was trying to give you another
So
example. My friend, he would get stoned and he'd go, I thought of all these ideas and everything, but I never write them down. So he goes, I'm going to write them down. I'm going to have a little notebook and write down whatever I think is funny, And so he said he woke up one day after getting really stoned, and on his pad he had written, that's really funny.
Earlier today, the biggest auction ever of Beatles memorabilia took place in Tokyo. Among the one-of-a-kind items on the block were Paul McCartney's birth certificate, a white Mercedes-Benz owned by John Lennon, and rarest of all, a photo of George Harrison not looking haggard. Have you ever seen one when you think about it? In a recent interview, Paul McCartney confessed that Bob Dylan turned the Beatles on to marijuana. In return, George Harrison turned Dylan on to looking old and haggard.
I've never seen a picture of George Harrison not haggard.
He's somewhere, he's be-haggard. He's like beleaguered and haggard. Like he's haggard with a beleaguered
Be-haggard?
Yeah.
Chris Kattan you didn't like.
Kattan's all right. We had, when you're in that, it's like being, I won't say it's like being in war, but when you're in a situation, everyone's fighting for themselves.
There's another great quick Norm story. Great quick Norm story.
Kid, Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate that. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
That was a great one, man.
They do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got about a good one.
So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay. He seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey.
I love that.
What about Norm MacDonald? You're at war with him as well. You two don't like each other.
Warring with Norm?
Here's what Norm said.
Oh, good.
I got it for you.
Another one.
Chris and Norm MacDonald apparently hate each other. This is according to my notes. When Norm hosted Saturday Night Live, Chris did not appear on the show. Wow.
Wait, when was...
In November of 97.
Oh, right.
Norm said of Chris, I don't know, but to me he seems gay. He claims he's not, but I've never seen like a guy who's not gay seem so gay. I don't find him funny. What can I say? Never made me laugh. What happened between... First of all, I don't believe you're gay, are you? I know someone you dated.
No, I'm not gay.
Yeah, you did.
And he's certainly had to have laughed at you once or twice.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
a funny guy.
Right.
Well, that was the.
I mean, your
Rolling
characters.
Stone
Some of your
article.
characters are effeminate, so maybe people think you're
right.
gay.
Like Mango's, he's
gay.
Queer as day.
Right. So
yeah.
So is Norm a homophobe? Is that the problem? He doesn't like gay characters?
I definitely think he has a problem with
But give me the history of this. I love feuds.
Okay, let's see. What is, I don't know
You
exactly.
didn't appear on the show for a reason. You just
No. I don't. I just think I didn't get my sketches in. It wasn't like I'm not appering in the show.
And when you're on Saturday Night Live, I've heard this before. When you say you didn't get your sketches in, you have to write your own material. If you don't get it in, if
it doesn't pass muster,
then you're not on the show.
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
Yeah, every week.
So do you have to hire separate guys to help you write material?
No. I mean they're there. There's there's people you write with normally. So
right, okay. Because I heard some people don't help other people. You know.
No, some people don't.
Right.
But I'm not, because I'm not exactly the easiest guy to write for, though. I'm not like, I'm not an everyman. I can't be the boyfriend all the time. I'm more of a freak.
So why Norm MacDonald? I mean, Norm is an easygoing guy. I know Norm. Why the dislike? Something happened.
Well, let's see. When I first got on the show, he was so nice. He and Spade,
right,
were just like so nice. And then I don't know what happened. He just started. Like Garth Brooks was, we did like a pitch meeting, and he started saying things in the pitch meeting like, you don't want to do, like Garth Brooks was a guest.
Yeah.
Was a guest. I was like, I'm sure you don't want to do another fag sketch. Like things like that, and people would laugh.
Oh, dear.
I was like, why is he saying
All
why
of
is
this?
it? And then it got kind of old, like, Jesus, Norm, you're like another...
And it makes you inhibited in a writing meeting if someone's goofing on you every time you open up your mouth, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't care because I'm not gay. If I was like, some gay guy going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm just little.
Right. And so the gay jokes kept going and going and going.
Yeah, the gay jokes kept going and going.
And then you finally said, hey, I've had it with you, Norm.
Well,
Did you ever confront him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but it's like a playful thing. He says it's like a Jack Benny, Fred Allen, kind of a feud thing.
But you don't see it that way.
No, I think he's I don't know. But he this is what happened. We were on a flight together. We didn't plan on being together on the same flight. We were flying from LA back to New York to do Saturday Night Live, and it was a red eye, and he's behind me, and we're getting along, whatever. He's talking about crapping on women, or I don't know what he was talking about, something like that.
Yeah, something.
And it was funny because he was so loud,
right?
So everyone else could hear it. Like, I just crap on this girl.
Yeah,
and I'm like, laughing,
right?
Because he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
And then I wake up. And, because it's a red eye, and one of my shoes is missing. And I was like, where's my shoe? And Norm's like, hey, you lost your shoe, huh? And then he leaves. And I'm like, so disoriented. And I'm the last guy in the flight looking for my shoe. And I just, walk off the plane with one shoe. And all the stewardesses like, you are funny.
Oh, no. So he stole your shoe.
He stole my shoe.
And he's playing goofs on you. He's not respecting you.
Right.
Right.
And then I took his jacket on a really cold night.
Yes.
And his assistant called me at home going, I gotta get Norm's jacket. Please get me Norm's jacket. And she was like freaking out.
Right.
I was like, no, this is between Norm and I.
You can't play in this game. Right. Chauncey Hayden, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
All right.
I've interviewed Chris before. He's a good guy. Chris.
Thank you.
Is it not true that Jim Brewer, your former cast member, had a problem with you as well?
I think at one point he thought I stole an idea from him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, man, there's so much infighting. You got to admit.
But that's it, though.
Really?
That's not much for like 6 years.
With a lot of the cast members, and I think with Chris, do you remember that Rolling Stone cover came out, and they only put certain members of SNL on the cover?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Didn't that cause a lot of strife inside?
Yeah, well...
Why, they only chose certain amount of people for the cover. It was you.
Right, it was Will, me, Molly Shannon, and Sherry O'Terry.
And you did the cover, and the rest of the cast felt like, hey, what are we, garbage?
What is this?
But why be mad at you?
It was because of our characters, too. It was like there was the cheerleaders.
You were the breakout guys.
Roxbury guys.
Right.
And Mary Catherine.
But aren't they mad or jealous because you guys broke out and they didn't? And don't they think that you should stick up for them and insist that they be on the cover as well? But you don't have that kind of juice.
No, what are we gonna?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only makes sense that they would be on the cover, but what are we gonna do? I mean, Norm wanted to be. There's a big stink because he wanted to be on the cover
by himself.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know if he wanted. No, he wanted to be
in that picture.
I don't know. He showed up later, and then he wanted to be. He wanted to stand in the middle of us.
And you said no.
Well, it was just like weird.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Why are you
like, who are you?
Right here is like my variety show. What?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess he thought he was the guy. All right, Chauncey, thanks. All right. Artie Lang, go ahead.
Hey, Howard,
Artie
what's
Lang.
up, man?
Yeah, hey, Artie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I like Chris. I think he's funny. But what he said before about that Rolling Stone cover is wrong.
All right, go. Artie's going to defend Norm, I guess.
Norm representative.
You know you might be wrong.
All right, go ahead.
No, it's just that Chris made it sound like Norm showed up begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh no, he wasn't begging. He was just like assuming he was on the cover with us, and
Well, he was though.
I know he was.
But he wanted to stand in the middle as well.
No. They were begging Norm to do it, and he thought it seemed weird.
He didn't want to do it.
Right, he thought it seemed weird to stand in the middle of all you guys.
Oh, that's true.
They definitely wanted Norm
That
to
is
be on the
true.
cover because at the time, I mean, he was the funniest guy on the show. Howard, you've said that a million times.
I think Norm is hysterical.
He is. I already said that.
Yeah, and so does Chris. I
But,
think Chris.
he made it sound like Norm's begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone. You guys said no.
Hey, Artie, do you know why Norm has such a problem with Chris?
No. I
what
think,
is his problem?
I don't know. I wasn't there when they met or all that stuff happened. I think-
Well, you are Mrs. Norm
Wait a
MacDonald.
minute, you weren't there during the shoot either, but you know all about that.
As a matter of fact, I was, because me and Norm had already done the movie, and I had lunch with his assistant. We went over there.
There you go,
Yeah, I
Artie.
can tell you, Howard, it's Christopher Walken. I hosted Saturday Night Live
Yes.
several times. I think Norm is just a funny guy. He came up to me one day and said, "I'm a big fan." I said, "What's your favorite movie?" He said, "Chris Kattan's a fag."
Really?
Nothing to do with anything.
Oh, that's
I, for the
ridiculous.
record, have never heard Norm say that.
All right. Thank you, Artie.
All right, man.
Where are you today?
I'm in beautiful New Jersey.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
You want to hear? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
you go.
We're on SNL one time, right? This is what Norm just didn't care about anyone. Just a quick story. Pamela Anderson is on, and every time a hot chick would come on, Kattan would go over the top and like, "Oh my God!" He'd write a sketch. We're gonna make out.
Right.
She's hot. She's with Tommy Lee Hammer. Back off.
Yeah, right.
I mean, come on. So he writes a sketch, and they do this sketch where it's the Twilight Zone when everyone's in pig face or something.
Right.
All right. So that's the goof. So me, Kattan, we're all in it, and Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro.
Right.
So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, second time, and Kattan would go, oh my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? And I would stand and go, Norm, you gonna hit him back? Like, you gonna say something to him? You just gonna take that from this guy? Now we go to a dress show, which has audience, and it's being filmed.
Right.
And again, he starts punking into Norm on the set.
Right.
He's going, oh my God, Norm, you gonna do it right? It's my only sketch.
Right, you don't sound like Rod Serling.
He's like, hey, imagine, 10, 9, and we're on. Hey, imagine if you will. And he knew the deal.
Right.
Now we go to air. And Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Kattan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will.
Right.
And sure enough, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live Air comes on. And like, 20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. We're mic'd, the whole audience is listening. He's like, oh, my God, Kattan. Norm, you better sound like... Oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of... 10 seconds! Norm turns to Kattan. Right before he said, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. I'm like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it. He saved
nice,
it.
and Kattan sank.
I couldn't even get my words out.
Yeah, I didn't say what he said. He was saying he was being.
He was paraphrasing and being kind. What did you say?
Well, Chris is a great guy, but he used to bring around women all the time to the show. Big, tall women. big bruisers, you know, and he'd say, "Look, I'm heterosexual." I mean, he wouldn't say that out loud, but that's what that would be the caption on the picture in the New Yorker. Boy, those are funny.
So it was something related to his sexuality.
Maybe. But listen, if I call a person gay, that ain't no insult.
It's a good thing nowadays.
Yeah, if you say it's an insult, you're the homophobe, not me.
Correct. Supreme Court says so.
That's absolutely. Would you care to hear my Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, I want to hear. I want to hear
From
Anthony
Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, I want to
Okay,
hear.
you be
your
the girl.
impression?
You be the girl.
Jodie Foster?
Yeah, just say something.
Who recently came out, right?
Yeah, but don't put that.
I'm not plugging that.
Okay, so just say it like you're.
I don't need
I'm Hannibal the cannibal.
I'm Jodie Foster. I can't do Jodie.
No, just say any line.
Okay, Hannibal, you're terrible. What have you done to these innocent people?
Clarice, I don't know what you dream about, but I ate a guy. That wasn't good at all. I thought I've never done it. Here's the problem: I've never done an impression of him.
Do one. Here's Jessica Biel from Flashdance.
Okay. So okay, Jessica.
Yeah.
Man, aren't you getting ready for your dance?
Yeah, I gotta go. I got a big thing tonight. It's like
Jennifer.
That much. My Jessica Biel and his Anthony Hopkins.
It was pretty
good.
close. They were pretty close. No, sometimes you
We're
think
working
a
on
good
them.
impression might come out. Do you ever do that?
What?
You
What'd
go,
you say?
I'll try
I didn't
this
even hear what
guy.
you said.
You go, man, I like this guy. I'll try him. Maybe it'll come out and sound
Yeah.
like him. And then it
You know, it's the
doesn't.
first time you try an impression. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I could do Cary Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Cary. Nah, it didn't work out.
Didn't work.
Funny, that scene that you guys
Daryl, where's Daryl?
The scene that you
Here's
guys
my
just
Daryl.
did, the one that you just did.
Yes.
You did it a few times, so.
Yeah. Every time we try to mix it up a little, you know.
It's good to do it less than more.
Sometimes
Less
less
than
is
more?
more.
Mm-hmm.
Less
Sometimes
is
more? It really
more
is.
Sometimes more is more when you're talking about fat women, but less is more when it's acting.
Yeah, if you're talking about Little Women, it's better to talk more about them.
Yeah, less is less with
Talk
women,
less about heavier women.
but less is more in acting. But with big fat women, less is actually less. More is more. There's no hiding that.
It's true. Here's my impression of a big fat woman. Not very good.
Hey, fatty.
So how much longer are you guys going to be here?
What?
We're that's it.
Let's do a little from the Sunshine
We flew in
Boys.
for a half
Let's
hour.
do a little
No.
from the Sunshine
We're here for
Boys.
another week, I think.
But next year, the Sunshine Boys. You want to hear a little?
I don't know
Sunshine
any from the
Boys?
Sunshine
I don't know.
Boys.
Well, they said we could ad lib it all.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to get together, get back on the road again. See, do a vaudeville act.
I can't do that.
Why
Don't
not?
you see I got all this paperwork to do?
Yeah, you're balder than anything.
Wait a minute. If I weren't 70.
Ah.
Let's see. That's good. I got all this paperwork to do, and if I weren't 70.